with the hottest disc jockey. DJ Dork Genius. Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
This must how the nigga Pac felt when he was about to do Machiavelli. It's just something coursing through my veins now. It's like half deaf in my right ear. They tried to lick me up, but I ain't for. I clap backdrafting off. I took a bullet, gave two. That's protocol. Young Kimbo Slice, I was born to bro. I'm from the pissy car with children under the stairs, waiting to run you down like yeah, nigga. We don't respect life. Where I'm from, if you don't live it, how the fuck you have it? First time I saw a brick, I looked like who the fuck I'm rapping. This ain't rapping, this is street high. Don't come around here, boy, that's how you get shot. Don't reach around here, boy, that's how you get shot. JUXOP, yeah, nigga, you gon' get shot. This ain't rapping, this is street high. This ain't rapping, this is street high. This ain't rapping, this is street high. Don't reach around here, boy, that's how you get shot. Yeah, 116, I give you sweet. It's now wait, shit just blew.
I'll be gone for the summer, yeah, I'm on one. Pay homage to the dogs, it don't cost none. Out for the summer with the squad, cause we lost some. Pay homage to the dogs, it don't cost none. I'll be gone for the summer, yeah, I'm on one. Pay homage to the dogs, it don't cost none. Out for the summer with the squad, cause we lost some. Pay homage to the dogs, it don't cost none.
I see the hate all inside you, but it ain't working hard as I do. I give loaves of this bread to the squad beside you. Put a hole in your head and a wall behind you. It's ugly up where I'm from. Ski mask Scully, your honey up in the drum. Laying down courses, touch me, I get them done. Don't complain about shorts, you lucky to get a crumb. The way we do it made the streets choose it. The way he do it made him redo it. Shit is stamped, make it known, I'ma see to it. This the champ, and I made my own theme music. I'm causing a scene, street life, rap life. I'm caught in between. They was copying the guy, stealing sauce in the ring. Paying homage to the dog wouldn't cost him a thing.
I'll be gone for the summer, yeah, I'm on one. Pay homage to the dogs, it don't cost nothing. Out for the summer with the squad, cause we lost some. Pay homage to the dogs, it don't cost nothing. I'll be gone for the summer, yeah, I'm on one. Pay homage to the dogs, it don't cost nothing. Out for the summer with the squad, cause we lost some. Pay homage to the dogs, it don't cost nothing.
They said I'd never make it out, and so I told them I'ma find a way. Gotta find a ladder just to make it to the finer things. Started selling drugs to try to get up on my mama place, but keep on seeing ops, I know they gotta be a better way. Work that 9 to 5, but need to get it at a faster pace. But if I go too fast, I start to feel like that I'm in a race. Try to touch the top before I get up to them heaven gates. Give my daughter everything, I know I have just what it takes. See, I'm from Philly with niggas popping them willies. You getting popped if you silly. I've been the king, but not guilty. Really been sick with the flow, as if I was sick with the flu. Sleeping on me with PJs, but you can't fuck with LaRue, cause he really handle gangs. My niggas untouchable, make you feel uncomfortable. See my food in competition, I finish these Lunchables. Know we living comfortable, got money like Huxtables. Bet you thought I was gonna rhyme again. Really been the king, and I'm starting to feel like Brian again. Was before, but I was throwing in those like I'm Donovan, like not again. And now the flow so sick, it's like the COVID about to climb again. Ain't no shot for this, these niggas know there ain't no stopping him. Niggas tried to take me out the picture, but they no cropping him. And I'm about to drop again. I know they be hating, cause I see the story and see that they plotting again. Cause my demonstration, I'm patiently waiting to get to the top again.
This ain't for the fainted heart, this for the tainted heart. Yeah. Scuba with barracudas or in the pool of sharks. Yeah. When blood in the water, the start of stars. And that's when these bitch niggas get too apart. 2 bricks, 2 flicks with us, Noah's Ark. 2 clips, 2 chicks with us, Noah's Ark. 2 killers, 2 real niggas, Noah's Ark. I'm rap, I'm stick nigga, Noah's Ark. I'm a mean nigga. Hampton genetics is in my jeans, nigga. Seen Ripper hit the could knock you right out your jeans, nigga. I'm Cyclops with the beam, don't fuck with Gene, nigga. Okay, or you can die for that bitch like Billie machine, nigga. Step in this ring, right hook, hit like Kareem, nigga. Brother named Kareem, don't call him Kareem, nigga. Cash ruled everything around me, yeah, that Kareem, nigga. Lights out, jump broke, yeah, you got Kareem, nigga. I make the scene I've seen, from Austin down to Racine. Bitch, I'm a king, I got a royal regime. My whole team full of monarchs, my tune stream on iHeart. I got the tools to chart, my studio full of car parts. Always mechanicking, got them frantic and panicking. Avalanche them and damage them, have them stiffer than mannequins. Scared cats, like they in a room full of rocket chairs. Stop with me, and I keep that stick like a hockey player. Once we take off, you can see it, but you can't stop the glare. You be sensitive niggas, y'all trying to block the glare. Stop and stare and get the whole mop. Ballin' ridiculous, me and my niggas can glow drop. So hot, I bet we make the globe pop. Get up in your dot wop. Pass the joystick around, we love pounding your Xbox. X mark the spot.
3 minutes,
like
child, we almost there.
Low self-esteem, don't make me lift this double barrel up.
Send that fire to my email with ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. We are a live music reaction and review show for independent artists, producers, and bands across the globe.
Johnny, discarding witnesses, the private card and businesses. Open doors with the force to make hinges split. My pistol is target intricate, part is wicked shit. Rhyme is tight as a boa constrictor's grip. Cold bars lift your skin like Arctic whipping winds. Polar vortex, got more flex than gymnast chicks. Started listing shit like starving businesses. Crackers lied when they said no crimes victimless. Arson visionists, sharpen missile tips. Got a death wish like a suicide victim's Christmas list. You're harboring insignificance, barking gibberish. Pharmaceutical prescriptions mixed with the arithmetic. I'm imparting wisdom in to start a business with a duffel for posted at the store like missing kids. Part of the mission is to never be a charted lyricist. Transfer acid from a cell like protein synthesis.
2 minutes, 25 seconds, we almost freaking there. Independent artists only. Get it.
Know the difference between me and the others out here. With me and my brothers out here. Gotta look out for those undercover out here. Who claim that they love you out here. Even close ones play the opponent out here. So you gotta stay focused out here. Spitting game just in case you don't notice out here. This music only meant for a few. Let's be clear. See the difference with being passive who manage under pressure. To a coward who claim power to flex up. Remain relevant regardless of who was next up. And still keep it sick no matter whether the temperature. It's crazy to think that Jay changed. It's a shame what people would do as a competitor. Out here they will set you up, flip to get their fetty up. Over little fame so quick to make you ante up. My survivor skills know this live while you're still. Cause they hold still the trusted field, the target kill. Out here you gotta be strong-willed. Now a Teflon don't even work to be a shield. Also overrate real, but I give them a different feel. Cause the minute I give my spill, they judging the written skills. But I keep it pushing, Ruth frame of mind like Ozark. Cause out here, if you ain't built to build, you can fall apart. Cause what you're calling art is stick figure pictures, while my scriptures give you visuals with principles to play your part. To sum it up, I'm just different. Who you kidding out here with a hard exterior but with a soft heart? Know the difference between me and the others out here. With me and my brothers out here. Gotta look out for those undercover out here. Who claim that they love you out here. Even close ones play the opponent out here. So you gotta stay focused out here. Spitting game just in case you don't notice out here. This music only meant for a few. Let's be clear. I've been doing this for a long time.
I tend to overtask, money been my opposition. Love it, but I'll throw it fast. Gotta keep my head above the water, ain't no holding back. I notice where their motives at. Plenty fakes around me ain't go jump because they know it's bad. Remember I was taking losses, I ain't have no attitude. But now the ones who made it lost it, we supposed to be mad at you. Don't you be upset, you ain't the only one who's having moves. So y'all can call me pimp, I keep it real while y'all be capping through. See, I ain't known for holding thrushers, stepping on a broken necks. They never speak up on my name because they know how cold it gets. This shit chilly, fuck around, you might just catch a frozen death. I come from waters that's so deep, ain't no point to hold your breath. See him plotting, he playing checkers, I'm pulling up with chess. If you a demon, then I'm godlike, been hoping I stay blessed. Trying to push me past the limit, I ain't reached it yet. I know that I could be the best. When everybody wants it, you gon' see how crazy fiending gets. Fuck the competition, got him choking when I reach for next. I think it's odd you bitching, I was hoping I would be impressed. I'll get my coffin when I'm made, so everybody out to get me, shit is all up in their face. Confidence is dripping off me, but so hardly what they taste. My team is feasting while your homies living off all our scrapes. Call me pimp, I want some Benjamins. You been acting feminine, so if they asking us, there ain't no way that we defending him. I don't want the cash, I want his name stripped. We ending him. It's fuck his whole family and that bitch that's laying next to him. If you getting petty, well I'm petty too. The shit that I already knew. Your mom was sucking dick at work, you couldn't stay ahead in school. Said that you weren't ready, fool. Hold on. Shit won't spark.
You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey.
DJ Dork Genius.
Please send your records to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com or get ready to die. Ha 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 ha.
Autobots, share the stream.
It's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
What up? Shout out to everybody freaking tapped in right now. We are a live music reaction and review show for independent artists, producers, and bands across the globe. Calm down. Across the globe. Pretty much we are live on all platforms, and you know, every time we go live, we do so. You can send your music in, of course, to our email. That's ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com. And just don't send us records that do happen to be on the radio from industry artists. Don't rap on their beats. Don't sing on their beats. We do accept all genres. And of course, I am your host, Nonsense, aka Dork Genius, aka Chris Nonsense, aka your mama's favorite dork, aka we have way too many AKAs or whatnot. But yeah, send y'all stuff and we will of course react and review your music live on the show. And you know, hopefully if people send the right records, the stream doesn't get cut, blocked, flagged, or muted, and then we'll be able to have the stream, you know, recorded and all that good stuff to be saved and, you know, re-uploaded and all that good stuff or whatnot. It's completely free to submit to the show, but if you do wish to skip that line, hit that Cash App, PayPal, and or Super Chat. Galaxies on TikTok are accepted.
Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's.
We also do giveaways on the show if we happen to reach. Hold on, where's the button? We happen to reach 100, 200, or 300 by the end. In terms of if we get like a lot of skips and stuff like that, we will do a giveaway where you guys are able to win free beats, free mixes and masters, free skips, and did not already say that, free merch and more. Oh, seriously? What happened to the? Hold on, I gotta press that.
I really wanna grow up, cause I don't wanna go down. Someday I'm gonna blow up. They love it how my flow sounds. You hate on me, but so what? I know you wanna throw down, but I just wanna throw up. Someone give me a bow now. I just wanna be a doodle chillin', but I'm always dealing with the madness. I just wanna be up on the beach, up in the white, chillin' with a bad bitch. I just wanna live up in the city where they hear me and they go bananas. I just wanna hear the word and every little girl is dealing with a sadness.
I wasn't nice in class. I would always like to laugh and always get in trouble from my teachers cause I'm writing raps. My bad. Vanilla Ice was trash. I'm never on a righteous path. I throw a diaper at my wife and then get sliced in half.
All right, hold on. Let's go ahead and get right into it. What up, Marion W. Rich? Of course. Welcome y'all to the show as we proceed to give you what you need. Hold on, you need to do my last few roundabouts. Here, do the.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
My brain is soaring like a. My brain is showing. My brain is showing like. Why am I making fun of my own self? Let's the last little bit in there. Decoded what is up, my friend, as well as we proceed. All right, let's see. So, well, let's get you all up in with looking for peace. Let me make sure I don't save this to the wrong folder. To the wrong folder. All right. Rate this in the chat, 1 to 10. Any and all feedback is welcome. Y'all know the hashtags when it does come to getting a record cut or hearing it again. If y'all love something. Words are coming up. I just feel like it's taking a bit to get there though. Yeah, woke up heavy and I still in my head, carrying burdens from everywhere they said. Silent battles I'm fighting, no one sees. Smiles in public with the pain beneath the trees. Every step feels harder when I walk alone, searching for comfort in places unknown. I'm still breathing but the weight don't fade, carrying struggles in the choices I made. Life keeps moving though I'm falling behind, looking for peace but it's so hard to find. Broken moments replay on my mind each day, wishing the darkness could somehow go away. People laughing while I'm drowning in my thoughts. Dreams feel heavy when the future feels like knots. Every tear is a story I can't explain. Cover it over but I still feel the pain. I'm still breathing but the weight don't fade, carrying struggles in the choices I made. Life keeps moving though I'm falling behind, looking for peace but it's so hard to find. Maybe tomorrow will shine a different light. Maybe the wrongs will turn themselves right. Still I'm fighting though the scars remain, trying to heal through the endless rain. I'm still breathing but the weight don't fade, carrying struggles in the choices I made. Life keeps moving though I'm falling behind, looking for peace but it's so hard to find. My mind on replay, I'm going for a drive, praying to God that I will survive. I don't even know what I go like crazy, chilling in my bed and I really miss my baby. Yeah, I miss my girl and it's driving me crazy. Diamonds shining bright so they say they hate me. Fuck all that sad shit, I'm making this noise. Ain't gonna lie, all my smiles are decoys. Just listen to the pain right up in my voice. I'm still breathing but the weight don't fade, carrying struggles in the choices I made. Life keeps moving though I'm falling behind, looking for peace but it's so hard to find. I didn't necessarily feel like it was gonna end right there.
You dork squad.
Shut up. Didn't feel like it was gonna necessarily end right there, but there's a nice vibe within this record, right? You know what I'm saying? My first bit of criticism was that you know, I like the melodies that you were doing at the beginning. I did feel like it did go on for kind of a little bit longer than it needed to, and like after a bit I wanted some words within those, you know what I'm saying? I wanted you to actually, you know, as you're just like, if you literally do all the same melodies but you actually put words there, like you singing some, you know, R&B shit or whatnot, I think that would be fire or whatnot. Like the first maybe 4 bars are like fine, with the I guess we would call it like humming or something like that. And then like you already know how I feel about aspects of punching in certain places and just making sure that the melodies in a lot of places are well thought out and something that forms well together. I do appreciate the 3 minutes and 16 seconds. Listen, on the show we do appreciate artists who are willing to work. When I talk about that, I'm gonna talk about the aspect of, hold on, I'm trying not to unplug this. TikTok, let me know if it messes up the sound or something. Think we uh-oh. Okay, no, we're good. For artists who are willing to work, it just means like those of you who don't just hide behind the 1 minute 20 seconds, the 2 minute whatever, kind of record, which is, it's fine for an intro, outro, or interlude, but I feel like you don't get enough of what you could potentially do to whatever beat you guys are rapping on. For any beat that I choose, like eventually I got to the point where I wasn't just rapping to anything. I wanted to rap to things that gave me that inspiration, that stank face, to want to continue to be on the actual beat, as opposed to something that's just like, you know what, let me just do a little something and get out, right? And then assume that people are gonna play it again just because the little bit of what I done was dope. I feel like it's kind of giving people the lowest end of the stick. It's only really it's teasing yourself as an artist, but it's not showing your capability of really getting in there and attempting to make a full song. And of course that actual structure of a song is something that will always matter as well. But as I said, towards the end, it didn't feel like that was where it was supposed to end. So you do need to kind of guide yourself in that direction, just to know like all right, let me actually get a chorus situation, put it in that area, so when it rides out, I have something to really bring to the people. Think about those choruses, right? What is a chorus essentially on any song? It's the one thing that you can do that would be any kind of repetitive on a record, but in a good way, right? It's something that should be a catchy moment. You bring it in throughout a few different verses. Learning how to count bars will always help, most artists as well. But the chorus should be that thing that you can put in between your verse and then kind of tell people where they're at initially in the song, as well as where you're at. What up, W Rich or something? We're all done. That right melodies, are so hard, bruh. And then I'm down for any collabs, man. Get it in. And let me see. Make sure to add me, J-Dub. And I got melodies for days. Nah, indeed. And then harmonization, man. I want to see you start that upgrade as well, right? You have to know, again, it's all a process, right? If I were recording you and sort of, helping you go into songs, these are things I would literally kind of help you with along the way, like as you are, going through and performing and things. I'd be like, what if you add this here? You know what I'm saying? And then have you do exactly the tone, and then you'll eventually become good on your own at knowing exactly what places specifically to add them. There's also layers for the chorus area that will help people better grasp where that element is at. But like, listen, you just gotta keep running it. And then what do you say? So I got Band Lab, you know what I'm saying? And then so what's up? That's what's up. What up, Shorty Book? Should I just send one to you? That's what's up. You should be in a free line. Shout out to Band Lab too. Been doing the mastering for years and stuff like that. We gotta see how it sound. We gotta see how you do on the platform. Let's go ahead and jump back in the free line.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow@gmail.com.
We got Big Dizzy up next. Let's see what you got for us. We are in the free line, so be patient if you're in the free line. Skipping the line will get you guys played immediately or get more than one of your records played in a back-to-back fashion.
Yo, nonsense and Sir Mike, this song's gonna burn like some hot sauce from hot ones in your eyes. Birdman will talk to an actual bird like I'm gonna chew through this beat like a termite. Don't make me put you where actual worms lie. Don't like my old shit, I'm thinking you were high. Like me when I'm looking down at a bird's eye view. When I'm cool, better act like you surprised. Head to McDonald's.
Line crazy, what up? All right, let's see. It's like all y'all like, man, how you BandLab? And then we got a BandLab submission right here as well. Hold on. Let's go ahead and load it. What is it called? This is Big Dizzy with Bob Blast. Bob Blast.
When I drop this song, don't be alarmed. Run for cover. Get out of here. When I drop this bomb, when I drop this song, don't be alarmed. Run for cover. Get out of here. That boy is Benny Honda. Here you go, another banger for your radio. Lean low, do this for the family hoe. Get low, shit falling from the patio. So high like what we destined for. Yep, just like the queen, you can set off. You a stepper, I'm the one you're not stepping on. Who can stop me when I'm on an Adderall? If you curse me, I think you might have started wrong. Yep, stuck to the game, shit head on. If you luck, go bad, find a leprechaun. Close as fuck what you think, one in a blink. I can always make you an editor. Yep, who but we, Dizzy and LOD. Pockets full of notes like a melody. They copy the flow like a parody. Go ahead and king me like a pharaoh, please. Straight to the point like an arrow beat. Hope you see me in clarity. Put my hand out like charities. Out for my people who feel like me. Fuck your systems in jail for beat. So nasty like an avenue freak. Soon as you wake up, they praying you sleep. I hope you see. Bonds of a bad dad. Show you bad, disappear like a bad dad. You don't want none of this like a bad batch. We don't smoke pyramid like an asset. Bonds of a bad dad, show you bad, disappear like a bad dad. You don't want none of this like a bad batch. We don't smoke pyramid like an asset. Going straight to the top with this. I told the crew stand back cause I got the shit. And I'm at every play, they ain't stopping it. Told straight fucking X-Man just like Apocalypse. Going straight to the top with this. If I ever reach my peak, that still ain't stopping shit. Got it on lock like cops and shit. Yeah, that whole first verse was cut through the awkwardness. I got this like a pocket bitch. I'm the one with power like a rocket is. And they know I stay on, run the clock and shit. So you clocking this pocket bitch. I get you out of here like a rocket bitch. I want a double R like ride or die. My pocket's fat and I ain't trying to die. So I stay with weight like go get behind the line. You lost your head and I ain't finding mine. Till I blow up like when you finding mine. Venmo, cash app, but do you rock with shine? Mine never lose my shine like this little light of mine. I'm going straight to the top. Yeah, came a long way from the block. I'm cutting in line while I wait for a spot. Cause you really down when you lay on the cot. Straight hip hop never made it to a bad dad. Show you bad, disappear like a bad dad. You don't want none of this like a bad batch. We don't smoke pyramid like an asset.
Bonds of a bad dad. Show you bad, disappear like a bad dad. You don't want none of this like a bad batch. We don't smoke pyramid like an asset.
Bonds of a bad dad. Show you bad, disappear like a bad dad. You don't want none of this like a bad batch. We don't smoke pyramid like an asset. Bonds of a bad dad. Show you bad, disappear like a bad dad. You don't want none of this like a bad batch. We don't smoke pyramid like an asset.
When I drop this song, don't be alarmed.
Yeah, I got this shit.
Run for cover.
Get out of here.
When I drop this bomb, when I drop this song, don't be alarmed.
I got this shit.
Forgot what my bomb sounds like.
Get out of here. When I drop this bomb,
dropping it all of the time. When I wake up, I'm talking shit. All of the people are walking out, walking in. All of the people, they know dogs are barking and freaking, they running away. I don't even really know what I'ma say. All right, let me go over here and hit Neil. First record of the night. No, second record of the night. Big Dizzy
Bob on Blast. Love the name for that. Like, he doesn't say like Bob on Blast, blah, 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 blah. Like he doesn't, that's not even, you know, the chorus, but it is one of those, you know, names that are, you know, kind of different, that are the crux of, you know, a little bit of, you know, what he might be talking about in the song. That's I would suppose like the more artistic way of naming a record. Sometimes it's, you know, straightforward, clap that booty or something like that, and then, you know, they clap that booty, yeah, and it's again a little bit on the nose. Immediately you know what you're getting into, but I do like the artistic way of naming things. I think it puts a different kind of signature on the record. I do remember him sending this record, you know, quite a few times or whatnot. Hits, you know, better as we go, you know what I'm saying, over time. I still want a video to this. Feel like it could be something that would be fun. It's definitely a record that I would potentially do a remix to. You have, you know, a style often that is very much, you know, uniquely yours. And I did forget whether or not you actually made that beat or not, but you know, it's definitely something that's dope. As I said, I would you know, hop on a remix, you know, of that, write a little bit of a verse or something. What do you guys think overall? You know what I'm saying? Do you like it? Do you hate it? What did it remind you of? And who else could you hear on the song remix wise? Such as no, I was playing. But yeah, we're gonna hop in and go.
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep when I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a user.
He sounds like Notorious a bit or whatnot. And I was like, B.I.G.? He's the only one I know by that name. Notorious. Oh. Pick a flavor. Pick a flavor. Give me a segundo. Uno telemundo. What do you say? Definitely a 9 on that. You know what I'm saying? And definitely a high honor. The Notorious is crazy. I could never touch Biggie, man. Listen. I mean, but also like when people say, like some people could be thinking a specific flow they heard on a certain song, right? If they're not thinking voice signature, which I like when I listen to you, I've never thought, you know, Biggie in that way or whatnot. Like you, I don't think about any other artist specifically, right? I hear you, and you know, since the beginning when you've, you know, had a lot of your, you know, LOD records, like again, I've saw the specific style that you have had, and you know, beat selections and things like that. Over time, I've heard you on different beats. It felt like this year and last year you wanted to start digging into, you know, different productions, sometimes from other producers and things like that. And again, artists, I do appreciate when you guys really do test yourself, you know, in those many areas or whatnot. If we stay in the same lane forever, right, after a certain amount of time, you know, someone will get a little bit you know, tired or whatnot. Maybe it may not be a little, you know, too much, but you know, once people get too used to what we do, if we're not able to consistently grow within that context and hit that upgrade. Again, we always talk about the upgrade, right? Lil Wayne hit that upgrade eventually. Eminem, Busta Rhymes, Jay-Z, like certain artists just started rapping a certain way, and then eventually, you know, grew with the times and were still able to be themselves, you know, throughout. Yeah, get on something different. I see UW Reach with your 2 song back to back. We're gonna go ahead and put you on right now.
I just need you to, can you please just go? We all need pizza, so I'm make weird music. I got beats, so if you need them, PayPal me. You see me on the playground, just yeah, I'm a dork, but I stay grounded. They call me in cause I stay clowned. You wanna stay down.
The 2 song back to back. We'll go in here. RX. What is this first one? Oh, 1, 2, 3. Said I've heard. Hold on. You said I've heard Beanie and Moneybag Yo before, and so like that. That's dope.
Yeah, okay. Listen. RX, B Miller. Yeah, we pretty high. Yeah, Separation from my body and my bucket mind. Feeling like an alien in outer space, I'm just so high. More than just an existential crisis, need a lifeline. So I'm calling 911 after hitting star 69. I wanted to ask him what I should do, I'm going blind. But the bitch got an attitude, I guess I'm on a different altitude. So I cussed her out and started singing Ray Charles version of Georgia on my mind. I sang, Georgia, Georgia, a song of you. Comes as sweet and clear as the moonlight through the pines do. I sang Georgia, a song of you.
There we go.
It comes as sweet and clear.
So far, so good.
As the moonlight through the pines do. Bitch. She asked me what medications or RXs I've been prescribed. I said I did some shit from Jupiter, but that was a lie. I told her I had to go and thanks for wasting all my time. Of course I had to sing to her before I said goodbye. I sang Georgia, a song of you.
I already went right back in.
As the moonlight through the pines do. I sang Georgia, a song of you. It comes as sweet and clear as the moonlight through the pines do. But as I hung up, I realized I legit was blind, and I never truly ended the call cause I couldn't tell. But this bitch really liked Rich Charles as well. And because I heard that shit, I started singing the hook because it blew my mind. And being that I was just so high, I couldn't see anyway. So the only thing I could think to do was jump back on hook that hook. Georgia, a song of you.
Damn, man. Almost had it.
Comes as sweet and clear as the moonlight through the pines do. I sang Georgia, a song of you. It comes as sweet and clear as the moonlight through the pines do. Bitch.
Talk about Georgia. A lot of people drop things. Gotta pick yours up like Lynch's dog. People waking like Iron Man and think that door sucks. And there's another time where like people to be like, you're just speaking rapper. I don't know what to do, but you know what I'm about to say. I don't know what. Okay, so look. You almost made it, bro. I'll talk about it in a moment. Let's talk about the good parts first. Right? You know what I'm saying? Overall, you know, I appreciate the fact that you do have a structure, you know, on here, right? You have a chorus in there, you know what I'm saying? You went in there, kind of did your thing in a little bit of a different way. It does still have that essence of, you know, freestyle a little bit, but I think you did a better job with still having an overall, you know, concept and you know, keeping things going or whatnot, right? And again, the first verse to the chorus, everything is pretty much, you know, fine. And then at some point, you know, where I believe it was, you know, second or last verse essentially, something happened, like the beat felt like it skipped to a whole different part of it, and then, you know, just how and what you were saying just started to, you know, like fall apart in terms of, you know, the structure. And again, like I think you did a better job, you know, on the first half. Basically making sure that you keep things, you know, consistent. If you ever need help in extending a beat in the right way, like, please always, you know, hit me up, let me know. You know, in some cases, like if you're putting together the beat in things like, you know, Splice or Fruity Loops or just different programs, there are those times where you might accidentally move the pattern or the section, you know, again, a little bit sooner than it should be, or later, or you might accidentally. There's just things like that will happen. You have to be able to hear it. And then if that happens on the beat, don't just rap to it anyway. Like, this is why, you know, sitting down and writing the stuff is important, because if you're doing that, then when you get to that section, you go, oh crap, I gotta fix the beat first, and then you're able to still be a little bit more steady. But instead, because of any aspect of freestyling, you know, you just kind of, you know, kept it going, but then you didn't really know like what part of the beat you were on, and then you kind of had to force the chorus back in, which then came in a little bit too late. Like, timing is an issue sometimes, and we just have to, you know, make sure that we're professional about it. At the end of the day, you want people to buy your records. Yes, we can listen to things for free completely. We can just like type in your name, listen to whatever you have, you know, when it's released on Spotify, on YouTube, on you know, whatever platforms that you upload things to. For us as listeners, it's gonna be just free for the listen. But, you know, when people like something, not only will they play it over and over and over and over, right? And you need to maximize that times 10. But there are those that, you know, if they like your song enough, you know, maybe they go see you live. Maybe they tap in when it pops on the radio and share the actual record and not feel like people are gonna think they're dumb because, you know, there's problems, you know, with it or something. What else is there? I mean, yeah, just be professional and be able to catch those moments. Always listen to every aspect of the beat and see if there's something that needs a little bit fixing or whatnot, whether you are making it or somebody else, because it can affect the song. And even if your thought was to like end that verse a little sooner, like, again, there's still a way to do it where it didn't feel like the beat was gonna, you know, randomly skip at that part and then, you know, kind of change into something. If it was me, I would have done something else to the beat, probably, you know, drop the drums for a certain section, you know, did different things that would have allowed you to stand out, you know, within that. And I like that the chorus, right? Let's get to that. The, you know, callback to Georgia, but like you doing it in like your own way, with your own, you know, melody and you know, kind of making it yours, man. That's the thing that people do appreciate. If you do exactly the same thing that another artist did, you know, you're really just, you know, it falls into cover territories, right? But if you make it yours, you show your creativity to take someone else's thing into a different direction, and then they get to feel like you paid them homage, but then also, you know, get to like yours in a different way as well. So there you go. He said, yeah, dropping the drums, good idea. I'm saying. But again, it's all I would love to help you figure out the proper area. Like, if anything, you know, send me the beat. I'll make sure that it's, you know, the right amount of bars. I you know, within that. Again, I don't know what happened and where, so I still have to see. But I'll basically send it back to you so you can at least try to re-record that verse. Again, I don't know whether or not your plan was to actually shorten it or do something or what, but let me see. He said, I can see the potential, but I get what he's saying. Big Dizzy had to extend. He said I had to extend, so that fucked me up or whatnot. It didn't feel like it was extended. It felt like it got shortened or something. So maybe it was even shorter and then you extended, but then that threw things off. Yeah, listen, hit me up, y'alls. Hit me up. Okay, I can help. Let's see. Oh, we got the second song coming up in just a moment. Sounded great, but it cut in a bit. Shorty Buck said, and then another 9 for sure. LOL, I was trying some different shit for sure. And this is missing from hip hop today, Big Dizzy, man. Listen, you see what you got? This is probably the best feedback that he's gotten on the rap centric stuff, at least on my show. Like, and including from me. He knows I have a huge thing about, you know, when it feels like an artist is freestyling, and in most cases it'll feel like most artists are saying a lot of random stuff. Even when we get a lot of punch-ins, you know, it'll feel like, you know, it's just a bunch of random things and not trying to stay on topic with something. And then we rarely will get choruses from those artists as well. And I'm like, how are people supposed to remember the title of your record? It's about branding, right? So you got to brand with the actual, you know, title of the record, with the chorus in your record, and you know, any kind of visuals that you can lock on and tap onto. Like, this feels like one that, like, as the video would just be like you driving through Georgia, you know what I'm saying, and you know, going throughout your daily life or something like that over there, you know what I mean? Hold on, man. All right, second one, completely different. This one is RX and Perm, The Wind Blows, 2013. So it's a throwback. Nice. Who on that right now? You can tell that's real.
Was a cold restless night, sitting by my side. In the storm it was blowing in. What could I do, my friend? I said the wind blows, the storm is here, yeah. Wind blows, yeah, it's coming in.
Say Paramount Slide, I'm on rhythm and vocals. Let's go.
Run for shelter, you try to hide. When the wind blows, there's nowhere to go.
True Blood season.
Whatever. I'm gonna try to see if True Blood's coming back. Cause if it is, aw, man, I guess not. So no True Blood reboot is not coming back.
It was a cold, dark flash of light flashing in her eyes. She says, so what's the deal? And I started to cry. This was more than a storm, as you can tell as I sing. The wind blew in so many things.
Man, tell y'all live instruments, bro. Majestic.
When the dust comes rolling down, wind is blowing down, storm brewing, yeah, it's coming. Windows started, windows started.
That felt like it randomly cut you off. Randomly cut you off. I don't know why I'm gonna go. Let me go into the review. Which of course, man, see, this is why I always say, like, that's your bread and butter right there, right? Because when you get in there, like, you know, your vocals just feel like you feel the soul. You feel the soul within, you know, the singing. And, you know, I imagine, right? Obviously, it's like it feels like a live performance and stuff. And, you know, you want to see these live the most because it's like this kind of music has always been, you know, like let's make sure like there's an actual, you know, guitarist and you know, in some cases a drummer and different things, you know, so it's gonna be its best, you know, in that format. Obviously this is a different, you know, version in terms of, you know, like the quality, and things can be, you know, better, but for what we're getting, it's still decent, right? I consider these, you know, equal either live performance or garage band kind of version, right? Where, you know, for a lot of bands, when they didn't have access to studios yet and they were, you know, recording themselves, you know, any way they could, and really, you know, performing in their garages and stuff like that. Again, we'd get those very early versions of records before it's something that, you know, we could see immediately on, you know, an HBO series or again, just any show that would be Southern based, you know what I'm saying, right now, out. I could see that with if they brought back True Blood or, you know, whatever, we could for sure get that. Hell on Wheels, I think you've had a few that I have, you know, said that about, so I do hope, you know, there's at least some kind of revival in many ways of some of these shows, so you can get on there. But not bad. You say I got the YouTube video and stuff like that. What did you do in that, man? That's dope. We definitely gotta eventually see that. Would that be an official one, or like, you know what I'm saying, what did you do with that? You know what I'm saying? Let us know. We should be hopping back into the free line, and I do appreciate you for that skip. Let me get back in and see. Antonio, you should be next up. Song request I made by myself, trying to get outreach. All right, we got you up. Let's go ahead.
bro, it's 2 in the morning. Fell asleep when I'm yawning. Waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is soaring like a unicorn.
I also love that, you know, just how a guitar, a piano, like if any instrument is played right, it has the same effect as, you know, great vocals on a record, right? You just start closing your eyes, you experience the song in you know, just the most, you know, natural way, and you know that you feel it in that aspect or whatnot. So that's another way to know like what you're doing, you know, matters, and you know where he was going with just the melodies and everything. Like he played that thing, man. So this shorty bop. Reminds me like 3 6 Mafia.
Run your mouth just like a hoe and send the shots you laid to wrist. On that fatty sipping on some misty itching forward tits. With the Chevy scraping corners banging for my fucking sit. Am I or some killers 21657 before we click. Banging speakers bumping like a fist we never own the bleachers. You ain't never killer, lay you down or should have been your mission. Letting it ride, you cannot hang with us. No testing in your way, no game with a bitch. My aim is out to us. I'm from the north, growing up in the bin. My aim been sipping on hair to touch. Still my chin, my gun in my mouth. I tried to hit it goods. Banging speakers bumping like a fist we never own the bleachers. You ain't never killer, lay you down or should have been your mission.
Let him out verse. Little more verse, a little more verse, a little more verse, a little more verse. I just want a little more verse, just a little time when I know it ain't perfect, a little times I don't even know what the hell I'm about to do, but you don't know what your chick skirt when the brother got perfect. All right, I'm like half and half, like I do like that. So let's go. I like the 3 6 Mafia-esque sort of style, right? You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to like the sample, you know, the beat itself, you know, everything that it's doing is within that you know, sector or whatnot. There will potentially be some who may want more energy from, you know, you and you know, but I feel like your style is potentially of that just like very chill, deadpan, you know, spaced out, you know, kind of vibe where, you know, a bunch of things could be happening around you and you're, you know, half in hype mode and then the other half is just like looking straight or whatnot. Matter of fact, a video where like it's split completely in half and cut down the middle, and then you get, you know, you just going through a bunch of stuff on one side and then completely, you know, just boring on the other or something like that would be kind of freaking interesting. I did feel like the sample though, that it was a little bit low. It could have came up a little bit more if it was gonna be something that you weren't gonna necessarily rap over. And I did feel like it came back sooner than it needed to, right? Like I wanted more rapping from you to really, again, see more of your style, how much, you know, you could do on a, you know, beat like that. But it felt like, you know, it sort of did, you know, kind of the same thing, you know, twice, where it almost felt like it was getting back into the chorus, but you you did what felt more like a, you know, a pre-chorus or a bridge kind of, you know, situation, and then made that go after, you know, each verse. But I feel like, you know, I'm always a stickler for, you know, 16s when it comes to, you know, any artist, just to, again, give the listener a little bit more time. The beats sometimes do dictate where we may go, though, right? It depends on if it's a beat that you made or not. If it's already doing that, you know, within the production and you have no choice mentally, I can see how you might have got there. But also, like, there's many ways to still allow yourself to, you know, rap over something or while something is happening, which is also why I appreciate you going in between, you know, some of those sections. But yeah, potential for sure. You know the genre that you are, you know, in, and I know that there can be more. The video could also be just you sleepwalking or seemingly sleepwalking, you know what I'm saying? Beat of vocals, you know what I'm saying, perfect, you know what I'm saying, W Rich said. And then thanks brother, you know what I'm saying, from Shorty, and then thanks bruh. Let me see if I guess. And then G59, you know what I'm saying, love this, man, that's what's up. And it was awesome, you know, bro, that's what's up. Oh, he was talking about the last one, it's all good. Nah, but yeah, good job with that. Who are we talking about? Let me see if they replied or not. Appreciate you for that though as well. Gremlins, not that good. Screw that marathon. I'm like, what are you talking about? All right. Let's see where we are at. Let's go back into the free lines. It's 10:04 right now. Shout out to everybody freaking tapped in. And again, thank you for your patience as we roll. I'll see if I can possibly do a morning stream. I do miss those, cause I'd have like a morning sort of like playlist before we wrap up. You know what I'm saying? Get some coffee. Let's see. Vulnerable by Reezy V. Produced by Jon Snow.
Yeah. Nighttime I get vulnerable. Yeah. At nighttime I get vulnerable. When I got this drink in my system. Too lit, it's hard to comprehend. I still tell you in hopes that you listen. Smoke a little weed, shit hit. See you next day, shit different. Mr. Old vibes, hit different. I get a little sad, I'm tripping. I get a little sad, I'm tripping. You know nothing. I'm tripping. Lungs full of gas, but I'm riding on E. Thinking about life, is this how it's gonna be? Why the fuck it gotta be hard to open up? I like you and you like me. Feelings get involved, still gotta keep it P. Players fall too, but a nigga still G. Both part ways, baby girl, that's peace. My heart's on the ground, so I'm out in the streets. This how it's going on with the heart yearns for. What I've been through enough, I just wanna be at ease. Tossing and turning, I light up a spliff, and you know that I'm burning. I can't sleep at night, I'll be out till the morning. I just can't do shit. I'm losing my faith and I'm losing my hope. I'm on the edge, but I'm losing my grip. If I say I love you, I mean that shit. If I say I want you, I mean that shit. I'm not the last guy, I do better. Baby, you just gotta believe that shit. Keep all of my life, every piece of it. Oh yeah. At nighttime I get vulnerable. When I got this drink in my system. Too lit, it's hard to comprehend. I still tell you in hopes that you listen. Smoke a little weed, shit hit. See you next day, shit different. Mr. Old vibes, hit different. I get a little sad, I'm tripping. I get a little sad, I'm tripping.
Nice. I felt like a record that'd be out there. I'd say let the beat ride out a little bit longer before it like completely ends though. But you know, it's got that vibe that you would potentially hear from somewhere in between like a Drake, Chris Brown, and I'm trying to think of, because the again, raps were cool. Like you have that style that can go in between a few genres, right? If you only chose to do like completely melodic and do something specific, you could be, you know, R&B, but like being able to, I think there's a freedom in truly being able to choose like where you truly go in that sector, right? Like really rapping, getting in there and doing something, not even having to go in melodically, and then still being able to do the melodic parts, you know, very natural. And also, by the way, right, like Drake had it hard because, you know, when it came to, even though he could do the sort of R&B centric stuff, that's what for him specifically, you know, made a certain portion of the crowd not necessarily take him as serious or whatnot, right? Because they look at him as like, nah, but you soft because you make these records and you trying to be hard when you rapping over here and then doing this. And for them, they just felt like you can't be, you know, both at the same time, right? I don't necessarily see that as a problem for everyone though, right? And it really depends on, again, how people perceive you. The majority of what you make and release, whatever your sort of, you know, brand is, if you do things properly, you know, you will still get the love from all sides without, you know, sort of any hate in those sectors, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. Appreciate you, Mad Genie. Welcome back. Welcome back. Yeah, there's a little bit of a vibe there, and like I said, let that ride out and do its thing.
Congratulations, Mom and Dad.
Next up,
your life now.
No, your life. Next up, we got Saul Manila Dub with Push On True. I'll push on through. Let's see what you got. Good luck. Send that fire if you haven't already. ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
Please send your records to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com or get ready to die. Ha 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 ha.
No, don't be time to take your body to die. Lady. Yeah. Uh-huh. Nice. Is this more of a beat of a song? I don't know what the heck that it is, but we get along. If like I could figure it out, I also want to be able to see like what this is it's shit. Oh shit. Like on a whole different part. So Papa was a Rolling Stone and that just released a Christian hip hop song, man. Hey, that's what's up. Be sure to send it. Like of the production. Everything I hear about this shit makes you get sucked in. I don't even know like what is happening, but what would like you do if like one day you just suddenly got abducted by an alien and a freaking UFO, and there's a lot of people that really just don't even know like if they would've leave the whole freaking dope and leave it closed. And I don't know what the hell I'ma do, but I'm leaving your brain kinda confused and I don't know what to do, but I'm gonna pick up my shoes. And people also figure tell me that I go shoes, you feel your future, but you. I made up a lot of words and I didn't say shit. People don't know what is happening, but I'ma play with every single beat that you be sending me all day. Cause freaking there's a lot of time where like people just need to wake up. And or you could fall asleep
Hopefully you skip because you all keep, and I don't even know what to freaking do, but your wallet keeps it sitting closed and people don't even know if they're freaking slow, or people I don't even like know what the hell to do. But like sometimes I'll look at my freaking backpack and it'll glow and I'm like, what the hell is inside it? And a lot of times I always don't know what is like happening but ignite it. Yeah, whatever. I was waiting. It's like the longest that an artist waited to come on.
I do.
You know what? It's dope though. Because if you think about this being a band, complicated. I like what you did, and you know what, man, I'm not gonna hate it. I also know that freaking when I'm getting changed and shit, like it's cool, but none of it is not gonna play that, so. What up, Dragon Media? Sure not. Fryer. So we are playing this one on YouTube, and the volume is up as much as it can go. Like, I so badly want to turn this up even more, which means it's a mixed issue. Like, listen, if you're gonna go cry, then get tissue. And yeah, the guy will, you want to go through our life, but get issues. Everybody wanna rap fast at a little time when I wanna go rap at the guy, but they move in the back of the guy, they move in the like, I don't even know how people write that. I agree. It should be on the Grand Theft Auto. What's the next one? You have 5. What is it gonna be? 6? There's a lot of times where I don't even know what the heck is on my mind. I don't even know what the heck is going to time. Everybody know what the heck is going on. Like, it almost feels, it feels low enough to make me feel like I need to make my ears pop. You know how when you go, when you gotta like force yourself to yawn or something like that, so you like your ears clear up. Milan 82CA, Salmonella Dub with Push On Through. Listen, not bad. I appreciate the live band aspect, you know, of this, right?
And to a certain extent, like it is like, I want to say way more about the band, but a band is an entire thing, right? It's vocalist and those that are playing the instruments, right? But I feel like it's one that shines a highlight on those playing, you know, the instruments. And then yes, there are other vocals, you know, within there. This would be perfect for a soundtrack, right? You know, just play this during a scene, you know, a stoner centric 420 inspired, you know, kind of record, you know, two people in a meeting just talking about some or whatnot. It could be a Quentin Tarantino film. It can be you know, something with Seth Rogen or Snoop Dogg, whatever, right? Just had a scene and put that, you know, through it in, you know, almost, now I wouldn't say its entirety unless there's like an entire montage that you want to have through it or whatnot, because in full it's about 6 minutes and 48 seconds. I do appreciate any artist who's willing to give us their full time, right? Because some of y'all don't know that, like, there are those who, like, we have unique scenarios where, like, you can come to my show every episode and send another record, and those that will tap in, you tap into each episode as well, like, you'll hear different artists consistently, right? And so we get to know you guys over time and see more about of what you're about, your strengths, your weaknesses, you know, and all that. But there are times where there will be people who will only ever hear you guys one time and one time only, even if you were on the radio, right? You know, it happens to be the off chance that they tap in whatever case and then hear your record. You know, you want to give them enough time to really decide on, you know, if they even want to hear more, because you can make a short record that's just aight, and then, you know, you may not give that person enough time to truly feel like, you know, you did enough, right? Like, there's some artists who will do just the same thing throughout the entire record. Meanwhile, the listener is still waiting for them to, you know, switch it up at some point, and then suddenly the song is already ended, and, you know, you guys have nothing to show for it. But I'm saying there definitely are, you know, ways for you to, you know, stretch things out in a good way, not make people, you know, get bored. A lot of people love live, even if the record was shorter itself. Like, if you wanted to extend it for live performances, people would still love it, because again, if you're getting a real band playing every aspect of it, you know what I mean? Like, people love that feel of like a festival, or you know, just to get to see things, you know, fully come to life. But not bad. My Jenny was like, I like the vibe though, man. Agree. All right, let me see what we got next. What is it? IF with Sucks For You. That sounds like a dope title. Hopefully it matches up. Oh my gosh. And it turned down. Hold up. Okay, that bass is way too low and loud. Damn, we gotta cut it already. Best Tabac House. Well,
these rappers try to make a clever song. No matter what they do, we'll never get along. They think the COVID now will never share a bone. I've been trying to fix the rap game for the longest. I ain't gonna lie, man, your rap's really garbage. Speak what's on my mind, cause I'm actually honest. You feel this in your eye and your back and your arm check.
Alright, so what that usually means is we cut the record early. We're in the free line. You guys are susceptible to that happening if there's just a bit too much or a lack of something happening to the record, or again, if the mix really affects our enjoyment of it. In this case, man, I felt like you added like a limiter, or you did something to it to where you know, as soon as that bass was coming in, it was like turning everything down, you know, tremendously or whatnot. So even when you were, you know, doing your thing in there, your vocals just kept getting, you know, dropped down to, you know, the max. And you know, that bass, it's weird because I know certain people might not be able to hear it at all, right? It's that low, yet also kind of overwhelming because it felt like you just kind of turned it way up, and yet it'll only come up in certain, you know, like systems. You know, often I usually am critiquing your structure, the lack of it feeling like you're writing, you know, stuff. I'm still waiting on you to get to that perfect point. I do often wish that I could like record you in the studio so that, you know, I could guide you and help develop you as an artist in that right, because like I see where your potential, you know is, and it's in an untapped genre that you just still haven't decided to get in yet. And I still don't really know whether or not you want to rap or sing, because you don't sing enough to feel like it's that, and then you don't rap enough, like it's so half and half. You know, we're still trying to figure out, you know what I'm saying, what it is. There's a part of me that feels like you may be more akin to like poetry to a certain extent, right? If you get the wording, if you get the words right, if you get certain things, you know, because I don't always feel like you're rapping to the beat, rhyming to very specific things, yet that's always been poetry as well. You don't always have to rhyme with it. It's about the how you say, you know what I'm saying, what you're saying, what is the overall, you know what I'm saying, metaphor ultimately, and you know, sort of things like that. Freaking Mad Genie was like, dang, listen man. We're gonna get back into the free line right about now once again. Sinzy, we got you right now. Let's go ahead and flap yours in. Hold on. Appreciate your patience. Hold on, let me get into your here. Get into here, please. We are the thunder. We are the Thunderbolts.
Look, Sims wanted me to hop on the verse, but I was a little conflicted on what I should do first. Was thinking preacher man, but when father had reached his hand, see I quickly swiped back and I ain't getting to church. Seen a rapper want a battle, then you getting this work. I ain't cold about it though, I won't toss it and turn. You still heard about this battling, dog? It's strange, cause even though it's over, you diss until this day. But I heard you're so broke, you beg your fans for the money. So if you really want that battle, give me half of what they pay. They got, I want smoke like a junkie, give me all of it. All these rappers shook when I'm out, I call them Parkinson. Got 99 rounds, but you was a no-show. Like I went and smoked the blueprint for that old hoe flow down. It's just a warning, calm down before I flip modes. Cause if I go to bust a rhyme, it's gonna be a shit show.
Never needed validation, never leaned on imitation. Dedication in my cadence, ventilation for frustration. Medication in my statements, revelation in rotation. Innovations in my nature, elevation, navigation. This creation from the basement, meditation and vibration. Found salvation through the mayhem, devastation to foundation. Communication with my pain and translation to salvation. Every nation see my name in rotation, domination. I don't need a fancy studio or microphone to make a fucking banger. I made bangers every time I wrote. Fuck you when you click, if you don't like me I don't give a shit. See me cruising with my bitch, laughing at your fucking whip. Slick talk, but cunts will never fucking act on it. Sick thoughts when punks wanna fucking trash on this. It's those piss poor pricks who could never ever rap like this, but hand out their thoughts like they bros are bros with no rapping gift. Put Australia back on the map. I'm the Aussie here, always spazzing on the rap. Fuck back for back, let's go bar for bar, track for track. In fact, the Mozart with this art. Goofy motherfuckers always acting like they hard. Your ego's thinking fucking volumes, you don't wanna start. I don't give a single fuck if you think that you're God. If you haven't said you will, then you just fucking aren't. Never needed validation, never leaned on imitation. Dedication in my cadence, ventilation for frustration. Medication in my statements, revelation in rotation. Innovations in my nature, elevation, levication. This creation from the basement, meditation in vibration. Found salvation through the mayhem, devastation to foundation. Communication with my pain and translation to salvation. Every nation see my name in rotation, domination.
My bro, I love that. Matter of fact, I might want to hit that, run it back. It's been a while since we've been able to hit that button.
There can never be too many books, but living without the internet would suck and shit would get weird like too many cooks. If you're always getting robbed, there's too many crooks.
Living without the internet would suck and shit would get weird like too many.
You guys essentially killed this record, did your thing. It's about 2 minutes and 18 seconds. Part of me doesn't mind. The other half is always like, man, like if you're ever able to do more, like, you know, I'm always willing to do that extra. All right, let me do another 8-bar verse, and then both of us get in and do, you know, or a back and forth, you know what I'm saying, for a last verse. You know, I definitely would have wanted to hop on this, like, you know, regardless, like, and that's one way, you know, if you have a good song, you know, period or whatnot, or at least you've picked a good piece of production or whatnot. Like, first, people should want to hop on the beat, but, you know, even more if you have a decent, you know, chorus or concept, like, people can't unhear what you've done, and they want to, you know, have that way of being a part of the record, right? And the only other way to sort of like incite that or initiate that actually happening, like guaranteed, is to really make it a challenge, right? If you're the first to hop on, you know, certain beats or whatever it is, and, you know, make something freaking dope to it, do a challenge, an open verse kind of challenge, and, you know, let people kind of duet and remix, you know, with it or whatnot. Like, there's no way that they could do anything else. Think about it, right? If you just make a regular song and then that's it, if they come across the beat, you know, they can still choose to, like, let me make a completely different song and not pay homage to what, you know, I heard it from or whatnot. They're just gonna look at it like a beat and try to delete your song from you know, their head. However, if you make it a challenge, it'll be hard for people to see it as anything other than that if they try to release some other random song to the same, you know, beat. And a lot of artists, right, will try to be a part of, you know, the challenge, you know, to hopefully become a part of an official remix or whatever it is. You know, getting the record a little bit more out there, getting the awareness out there. So the more that happens, anybody who does anything otherwise, you know, will sort of kind of be knocked out. Like, because the viral thing will be your challenge and hashtagging the beat with that specific thing and them, you know, rapping on it. But, you know, thought you guys did a decent job. Choruses, you know, cool. I just want more time on that, and legit music video would be nice. One more time. I like that switch up too, man.
Look, Since wanted me to hop on a verse, but I was a little conflicted on what I should do first. Was thinking, preacher man, but when father had reached his hand, see I quickly swiped back and I ain't getting to church. Seen a rapper want a battle, then you getting this work. I ain't cold about it though, I won't toss it and turn. You still heard about this battling dog, it's strange, cause even though it's over, you diss until this day. But I heard you so broke, you beg your fans for the money, so if you really want that battle, give me half of what they pay. They got, I want smoke like a junkie, give me all of it. All these rappers shook when I'm out, I call them Parkinson. Got 99 rounds, but you was a no-show. Like I went and smoked the blueprint for that old hoe flow down. This just a warning, calm down before I flip modes. Cause if I go to bust a rhyme, it's gonna be a shit show.
Never needed validation, never leaned on imitation. Dedication in my cadence, ventilation for frustration. Medication in my statements, revelation in rotation. Innovations in my nature, elevation, levication. This creation from the basement, meditation in vibration. Found salvation through the mayhem, devastation to foundation. Communication with my pain in translation to salvation. Every nation.
It makes you want to learn that.
Domination. I don't need a fancy studio or microphone to make a fucking banger. I made bangers every time I wrote. Fuck you when you click. If you don't like me, I don't give a shit. See me cruising with my bitch, laughing at your fucking whip. Slick talk.
It's like they had different styles.
Act on it. Sick thoughts when punks wanna fucking trash on this. It's those piss poor bricks who could never ever rap like this, but hand out their thoughts like they're bros with no rapping gift. Put Australia back on the map. I'm the Aussie here, always spazzing on the rap. Fuck back for back, let's go bar for bar, track for track. In fact, the most are with this art. Goofy motherfuckers always acting like they hard. Your ego speaking fucking volumes, you don't wanna start. I don't give a single fuck if you think that you're God. If you haven't said you will, then you just fucking aren't. Never needed validation, never leaned on imitation. Dedication in my cadence, ventilation for frustration. Medication in my statements, revelation in rotation. Innovations in my nature, elevation, levitation. This creation from the basement, meditation in vibration. Found salvation through the mayhem, devastation to foundation. Communication with my pain and translation to salvation. Every nation see my name in rotation, domination.
Oh man, good job.
What if you can create your own website by saying, this is what I want? With Wix, you can.
Hold on. Let
First
me
up,
drop it.
let's talk about AI colors, please.
Yeah, but good job, man. Shouts to the production, you know, as well. And, you know, each of y'all styles within, man. You know, again, that switch up is everything, right? Because both sections have you know, a quality, an essence of, you know, it just hitting hard in like the most, you know, perfect way. And it gets into almost two completely different versions of all of ourselves, right? That second half makes you want to get a little bit more, you know, hype, just start throwing shit around, you know what I'm saying? And like it makes the mug a lot meaner, right? You know what I'm saying? And that first one, you know, straight hip hop, a little bit of a vibe in there. J. Cole, you know, is an artist that I would see on that first half, while like I want to say like a Ludacris, maybe a Kendrick, maybe a Busta would be on that second. Like that would be a perfect record to like feature a Busta Rhymes on or whatnot, right? And even more for the structure to be, because I think it switches the beat at like every 8 bars or so, right? So you guys get in there and you get a full, you know, 16 with 8 bars of each. Imagine going back and forth with Busta Rhymes where he takes the hyper, you know, sections, and then you go in with the you know what I'm saying, more vibey and sort of like chill ones or whatnot. Interesting indeed. All right, let's get back into the lineup. Right about now, we got Royale, Centerman featuring Tiffy Bomb and Natasha Alexander. Nice.
Cinnamon, you gon' need a roof when the storm comes.
Rain.
Cinnamon,
What the freak?
Words going around that the mob coming. Well, let them come, matter of fact, let them run. Shots coming, man. Shots coming, man.
This almost could be on a TV show right now.
Hey, I heard them stops coming, man. Lord, they pull up, ain't gonna be nowhere to run.
Better free yourself before you run. Free yourself before you run.
Cinnamon, you gon' need a roof when the storm comes. Cinnamon, the words go around, let the mob coming. Well, let them come, matter of fact, let them run. Shots coming.
It's like you can envision the live performances.
Shots coming. Shots coming. Oh, they belong, ain't gonna be nowhere to run.
running shit like I'ma open the door to someone's house and I'm running it. Then I run right out because they had a gun in it. So he just picked it up and had some fun with it. Nice. There's a few others on this. Natasha and some of that. First off, like, such an amazing record, right? I think that feels 100% like something that we would hear on a soundtrack, a theme song to a TV show for sure, right? And I mean, that's what I would, if it was me, I would immediately, you know, go to that essentially, like right now, right? Immediately try to figure out what you can do to sing license that, because like a TV show, basically making that something that we see every time, you know, we start a new episode. Like it's something you just know that you love. The performance, everything was nice. I would love to see a live performance of this record, right? Complete with the backup singers and everything within there, right? Always know that whatever you do on a record, people will expect you to be able to do live, right? Obviously, if you're not able to, it is what it is, but it will affect how professional people do see you. If, you know, for instance, if you guys go out there with the record and all the vocals that are just on the record, and you try to just let that be all the background and anything, like, you know, people will feel like they're getting cheated out of something, right? Because when they go see people live, they go to see if you can replicate what they're hearing on the record, but in that live fashion, or how different it might be. You may choose to not even have like a drummer and just to play it on guitar, and you know, and to go from there, and people would still love that because they're getting something authentic, you know, and intimate in that case, especially depending on the venue. But I definitely like that, right? And I hope to, you know, hear that soon on you know, exactly what we said. You know, this is why I truly do want to become a music supervisor on, you know, shows and stuff like that, so we can try to get it to that. He said, yeah, Buster would kill that last one, man. I'm telling you. Anthony J, what'd you say? He said, what up? Dorky and chat, you know what I'm saying? Again, hope everything is good, man. Hey, I hope everything is good with you as well, man. You know what I'm saying? All right, back in the free line once again. I appreciate y'all.
Be sure to send your music and beats over to ThatDorkyReviewShow at gmail.com.
Let's see. All right. Thank you for your patience. If you are in the line up. All right, we got the Jeffries. About time y'all come back. This is called Citadel. Yo. Chickity check. Yo.
Lying in my citadel, drinking from my wishing well. That world is just a fairy tale. Home alone in my soul, peering between the window panes. Trapped in a state where I feel no pain. Home alone in my soul. Crude illusions come and go, and some perspectives can't be sewn into how they see the world. I know, home alone in my soul, I'm lying in my citadel, drinking from my wishing well, and that world is just a fairy tale. Home alone in my soul.
so I know that somehow can I rearrange it. I know that I want to take it to places that's probably ancient, and I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do, but you getting naked, girl. Like, where you even chilling at? Where the hell your children at? A lot of times I always will tell you that I will not rap unless you ask a whole thing, and people know that I am so strange. I don't even know if I am gonna be until your I ain't never smoked a cocaine, but you know you gotta switch. A lot of times people know that you gotta wish for a lot of things to happen. People know the king has clapped when I had rapped, and then I got back in the thing and. To do every single day my kids go into school. You know what I'm about to freaking say? I throw in the blah, blah, blah.
Lying in my citadel, drinking from my wishing well. That world is just a fairy tale. Home alone in my soul, peering between the window panes, trapped in a state where I feel no pain. Home alone in my soul. Crude illusions come and go. Some perspectives can't be sewn into how they see the world. I know, home alone in my soul. I'm lying in my citadel.
Once again, this is the Jeffries with Citadel.
It's just a fairy tale. Home alone in my soul.
It's available on YouTube. If you like it, then I freaking tell you that if you don't like it, then I'll sue you. Now, you know what? You say sue. If you are in the gang, and there's a lot of times when I don't know if I'm a hang, freaking I'm a bitch chill. There's a lot of time where you don't know what they're gonna freaking happen. You know what? But I can't be. All right, man. Big salute, man. I did love that. It grew over time. Hold on, we gotta hit that clap button first. I love it because it's unexpected, right? At first, you almost think there are going to be no vocals. You almost think there's going to be no vocals. So, you know, you get into, you know, just production mode and, you know, saying what's there. And then, like, immediately, like, the chorus that you have, and yeah, I mean, like, it goes so, you know, perfect with, you know, what we're hearing, and it's slightly different. You're trying to figure out, you know, mentally what genre that, you know, it's in, and it's something that grows over time, right? Because you go from that to having, you know, the drums and everything, you know, pop up at the right time, not too much, not too little. You know, it's real band stuff, which I appreciate. Everything that I've heard from you so far, I do like. While I will say that it's rare when there's a band that I don't like, because you'll hear me talk all the time on this show about, you know, wanting every single one of you guys to have like a tiny desk performance kind of situation, because, you know, it involves a band playing with you, right? Someone on the drums, someone on guitar, maybe a trumpet, maybe a saxophone, you know what I'm saying? Depending on what your records, you know, need, there are people to help bring those records to life. And something about knowing that, all right, this record doesn't happen, the song we're hearing doesn't happen unless these band members are actually playing everything properly. And then knowing how hard it is to play each instrument. It is not easy to play guitar. It is not easy to play the drums. It is not easy to play anything that you guys would think of. You know, you have to learn to actually do it. Then learn to kind of, you know, read music. If you can play it, you know, by all means, but it still requires you knowing, all right, which note that I play is, you know, when I actually hit that string or chord on, you know, the piano, right? Like what sound is going to come out. It requires you knowing that, and then being able to play that while the lead singer is going in there, you know, doing their thing. And often we'll hear what feels like a mixture of, you know, hip hop and, you know, rock, or, you know, an alternative and things like that. Like it's There's just something different about it. So when we hear actual bands, you know, it's just like, okay, so who would they tour with, right? Most of the time we go into the like Blink 182, Green Day, you know, Paramore, sort of like, you know, style of artists, Evanescence and things like that. And it depends on, even specifically with you, like certain songs that you know send. You are very different, right? So you could headline essentially, you know, yourself. Other people would have to try to latch on, you know, to that, because like, I mean, I've said maybe like Snow Patrol, Augustana with a different one. I'm still trying to figure it out. And then what do you say? Yeah, drums are actually so hard, man. I'm saying, what Anthony say? He said, writing this to be on, you know what I'm saying, Rick and Morty, but they team didn't want to use it, but you never know. They might use it. Keep pushing, you know what I'm saying? The vocalist and the guitarist and the drummer are awesome, man. Bruh. My bro. Like Rick and Morty. So like getting in contact with people for that specific thing, man. Like my thing is making sure that they still have the song in the back of their mind when they make another episode. Like for me, I hear so many records that I'm like, yo, this could be in a movie, this could be in a show, this could be in a cartoon, video game, and it always makes me wish that I could do a lot of the things, like actually, you know, film a movie to put the damn song in it, film a, you know, make and animate a dope, you know, animation show or something like that, so I can actually, you know, basically do, you know, what, you know, you also would think has in your mind. So things like that would be dope. Mr. Fresh in the building, man. I see you. And he said, yeah, I'm being for real, man. I'm saying though. All right, hold on. We got a skip. It's a 2-song back to back from Clinton Sparks, aka.
I just need you to. Can you please just go? We all need pizza, so I make weird music. I got pizza if you need them. PayPal me. You see me on the playground, just yeah, I'm a dork, but I stay grounded. They call me in cause I stay clowned. You wanna stay grounded.
Mr. Fresh back in the flesh, of course, or whatnot. Potentially with some new. He always either sends classic or new records into the show, so we always appreciate the plethora, as we would say. Let's see what you got today. First of two. This one is called Real With You. Let me see if it's gonna play an ad or
up your credit score.
Oh my god!
To up your.
I was gonna say to up your ass. No, let's see.
Your car loan.
Up your
credit. Rise.
Part of me doesn't.
Taking the time.
Taking the time to take the time to take the time. Taking the time to take the time. I take it. The reason why, for those who wonder sometimes, like, why don't we play the ads that do come, you know, within like the you know, the platform. It may be like SoundCloud or maybe YouTube or things like that. Sometimes the ads will have copywritten music in it that they licensed, but we did not. So it will affect our stream and basically, you know, what and how things can get, you know, played. Often those are the main reasons why, you know, any of our streams get blocked, flagged, or muted on any given platform. So if you ever send to our show
and you go back to the stream to watch it, and suddenly like everything's muted on, you know, that specific record that you're trying to listen to or whatever. That's usually what happens. If you can't find the stream on that platform, that's also usually what happened, you know, as well. Because otherwise, like, I'm not privating any of my freaking, you know, things. I want you guys to be able to go back and rewatch things. Hold on. Start it. What up, what up? Also produced by him as well, unless he says otherwise.
If I can't build with you, I can't deal with you. I can't chill with you. Can I keep it real with you? If I can't build with you, I can't deal with you. I can't chill with you. Can I keep it real with you? Yeah. If I can't deal with you, I can't deal with you. Then I can't deal with you. I can't deal with you. I can't chill with you. I can't chill with you. Can I keep it real with you? Keep it real with you. We on different pages. We on different wages. It's outrageous, it's outrageous. You're not contagious, you're not contagious. You waste time, but don't waste mine, waste mine. I'm on the grind, I'm on the grind. Money on my mind, on my mind. Pack your bag, pack your bag. Call you a cab, call you a cab. You. Wish I never had. If I can't build with you, I can't deal with you. I can't chill with you. Can I keep it real with you? If I can't build with you, I can't deal with you. I can't chill with you. Can I keep it real with you?
You can keep it real and shit, like, listen, you know what, man?
Keep it real with you. With you.
Can't get me clean.
With you.
Keep it real with her. Song number one. Hey, 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 oh, hey, oh, hey, 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 oh. All right, so shout out to Mr. Fresh with real with you, man. Now, just to give the, you know, the Mr. Fresh introduction, you know, for those who have not heard, you know, him, he is very consistent with the many different lanes that he is able to inhabit, right? The structure of his records, you know, it's like, I always say it's like him having his own type lane, because I never hear any other artists, you know, essentially getting into the vibes, you know, that he does, the beats, the just what it is. You know, but I'll always be able to see, like, you know, how consistent, you know, certain things are. There will be many times where I do want a little bit more from the records, sometimes, like with this one, right? You know, repetition is something I will talk to many artists about on the show, in terms of going in the same, you know, melodies or flows and things like that. Always think about something that you can do that will be different over time, right? One of those things are, you know, like if I hear harmonization, I'm usually just gonna add it and go in there and go like, hey, you add this tone in there, you know, it might add a little bit of a different flavor or whatnot, right? But also, if he extends this record, right, because it is you know, on the shorter side, 1 minute and 56 seconds. It pretty much is intro, chorus, first verse, chorus, and then, you know, we're out. Another verse or two will always allow you to extend your song while also doing something different. For me,
time is always about like, what more can I do? How much more can I impress the audience, right? Or do I want to add somebody else to the record? I do see you from time to time do features, but not enough in my opinion. Like, there are many records that I'm still waiting for hopeful remixes of with other artists. I want to see you with a few different, like, both R&B singers as well as, you know, straight rappers. And you know, I keep telling you, as well as a lot of artists who send to the show, man, if you guys get in there, so I appreciate the likes also. If you guys you know, just create the challenges, right? Leave the door open to see how much people feel something. All you ever got to do is just at least make sure that it exists. And the people that are open for the challenge, if they hear something that inspires them, and then there's a little you know, section of a beat that they can, you know, hop on right quick and show what they could do. Everybody loves to be that best thing, that thing that, you know, got to be on an official, you know, record or, you know, remix, whatever it is. And to test ourselves, you know, in those lanes. It does sound catchy. It's closer to the, you know, in the middle of a montage, two characters on a date kind of thing, or you know, slightly close to the ending of a movie kind of record or whatnot. I appreciate the production within there as well, a little bit of a vibe and stuff, so keep that up. Keep that up as per usual. Don't fall, man. Keep your in here. The second record, Use Baddie, also on YouTube. Both of these records are on there. And again, if you could only choose one of these two, right? I love to sort of like let y'all records compete with each other. You could only choose one of these two. If you don't remember the last one, what happened? See, they're gonna make the whole ad play all over again. Gonna wanna jail with you. I don't know what I mean with you. You know what I'm saying? So that was the first one. The second one, you're gonna choose one to have on radio, music video, and live performance. This one technically started becoming a new classic for him.
Yeah, you're so baddie. You got a fatty. I'm so addy. I can pick you up in my caddy. Yeah, you're so baddie. You got a fatty. I'm so addy. I can pick you up in my caddy. Yeah, you're so baddie. Yeah, you got a fatty. Yeah. So addy, yeah, I could pick you up in my caddy, yeah. Baby, hop in, corners, we gon' bend. With me, you can win. I'm more than a friend. I'm more like a soulmate. Mr. Fresh, I'm so good. Catch me in your mouth, yeah, like Colgate. Or should I say Crest? Baby, you the best. Shoot me a text. To you, I'm trying to get next. You're so baddie. You got a fatty. I'm so addy. I can pick you up in my caddy. Yeah. You're so baddie. You got a fatty. I'm so addy. I can pick you up in my caddy. Yeah. You're so baddie. You're so baddie.
I'm just imagining.
You're so baddie. You're so baddie.
The booty wiggling left and right. Right?
You're so baddie. You're so baddie. You're so baddie.
But how did she have to walk to make that happen?
You're so baddie. You got a
can't just.
I'm so addy. I can pick you up in my caddy. Yeah. You're so baddie. You got a fatty.
I appreciate the fact that he has. Because that allows you to go a little bit higher. If you wouldn't have done the slight higher tones, I feel like more more people would feel like you're a little bit more monotone and stuff.
It's a baddie. It's a baddie.
Have you gotten much feedback from the ladies? You know what I'm saying? Essentially, right? Because there are some records that you have, right, where I feel like, you know, to a certain extent, you know, are for them, you know, and thus, you know, can make them feel, you know, good about themselves, and you know what I'm saying, like as they just getting ready, put on their makeup, getting ready for to go out with they you know, on a date themselves, or you know, with their homegirls and stuff, right? Like they love to, you know, feel sexy and stuff like that. So often, if it's not the records for, you know, us to approach them, essentially, and that soundtrack, you know, there are ones that I feel like 100% like as they just, you know, try to make sense of things, like these fit I think perfectly or whatnot. Like I said, I was saying before it had ended that it can tend to feel a little bit monotone if you're not, you know, going into some of the higher tones. And so I did appreciate the yes, you know what I'm saying? Like those allow us to see, you know, more of your range and what you could do. Even though it's, you know, not a lot, there's still something there. This beat I've always, you know, liked. This is a consistent, I mean, this is a record that you have sent to the show, you know, consistently or whatnot. So I've heard that way more than I heard the first one, which was not at all, you know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you for that. If I could only choose one, man, it's hard to kind of put a new record in front of a classic, so to speak, right? And you guys are like, what is a classic for me is like a record that you guys have potentially sent to the show, right? In terms of like what's classics, you know, from the independent community. If you guys have sent it quite a few times and it's been something that's been reviewed, you know, very decently, both via myself and, you know, the chat, there's definitely some potential in there for, you know, that record to be out there. If there was any one artist that I've been able to like compare Mr. Fresh to, it's really been like Nate Dogg, right? The more that you hear from him, the more that you guys, you know, often will come to that same, you know, conclusion. As again, even with Nate Dogg, there wasn't really another Nate Dogg, you know, like everybody else that had came out after that, like Snoop Dogg or Dre and them used, like they all kind of sounded, you know, very much different. I think Snoop at first, it was like Cocaine, and Cocaine has a very, very different voice or whatnot. So there was never anybody else to sort of hop in that sort of lane. And he has records that have even more of a West Coast feel, that'll definitely make you guys go there. Like you'll know the ones I usually say, oh, Snoop Dogg needs to be on this E40 exhibit. Like it's pretty much that. I appreciate the likes, man. Genie, thank you. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Welcome. We should be hopping back into the free line. Oh no, he sent another 2 songs. So hold on, we gotta.
I just need you.
He sent another one.
Can you please just go? We all need pizza, so I make weird music. I got pizza if you need to PayPal me. You see me on the playground, just yeah, I'm a dork, but I stay grounded. They call me in cause I stay clowned. You wanna stay down then?
Let's see. What is this one? Choose me and give it to me, baby. I feel like, hold on, let me do these backwards, right?
Because quite literally, the song, one of these two songs is the record. Hold on, let me throw it in there. One of these two songs is the actual record I was kind of talking about, you know, without actually saying the name of it. This one we're about to play, hold on, let me make sure, was the first record that made me personally come to that conclusion. I heard this and I was like, bro, this is a summer record. It's something Snoop Dogg, E40, Too Short, right? You could hear all of them essentially on here. If you wanted to get Corrupt and Daz, like it's a very West Coast centric, you know, sounding record. And I could hear Nate Dogg, Tupac, like everyone fit in this aesthetic. He sent this throughout the summer as well, which was perfect. Get your barbecue pits ready again.
If you like what you see, give it to me, baby. I want you, you want me. Give it to me, baby. If you like what you see, give it to me, baby. I want you, you want me. Give it to me, baby. Give it to me, baby. Baby. No ifs, ands, and maybes. Maybe you drive me crazy, crazy. You amaze me, make me. I like you. I'm gonna invite you. You can have one night or two. If it's tight, you can get a few. Just let me know. All day like 24. All 7 days. We can do it 7 ways. Like missionary. That's the mission, Mary. Listen, Mary. Let's kiss and marry. Yeah.
Also produced by him as well.
I want you. If you like what you see, give it to me, baby. I want you, you want me. Give it to me, baby. If you like what you see, give it to me, baby. I want you, you want me. Give it to me, baby.
I feel like you could you could have easy crowd participation with this one, right? If you like what you see, put the mic out right there, man. Give it to me, baby. Right? It's very easy. Hold on. Give it to me, baby. It's a nice track, very energetic. You know, the chorus is extremely, you know, catchy, and I feel like that's a win, you know, right there. Of course, like I said, you know, a lot of his records will be that, you know, that one, I'll still want just more song within a lot of these sectors. I'll feel like, you know, things that are a little bit shorter for most of you guys do feel like, you know, samples of what you can do. I don't ever feel like it is the full song, and that's just how and all we're gonna get. You know, it'll be, you know, test to see like if it's something that people would be willing to, you know, have you make a little bit longer. And again, you have my vote. You 100% have my vote as someone who would buy into an extended version, more verse, as long as you're able to do something different within it. If you go into the same exact area as the first, and it's just basically more or less slightly different words the second time, then again, you know, things start to feel a little bit more predictable. You want to give them, you know, more melodies, more just ways that you can attack something, or that's another reason to add the feature to really give that other voice signature, that other way to hop on it, someone else that may see the production a little bit different. But this is one that I can still see as a huge, you know, record if you do things right, if you market it right.
Do not forget it. I don't care how many years pass since you first made the record. You know, you guys have all the potential in the world to get out there with the right, you know, manager who believes in you enough to really push for things to hit certain sectors and you know, again, once it has, like, if they were gonna do I know they're doing another Friday, so that's an idea, right? They were gonna do another The Wash, or you know, just certain films. Bebe's Kid, I think I said like Bebe's Kids 2, or something like that, which I would love, absolutely love. I still want them to go back and do something to that, man. Like, look, if we're getting a second Simpsons movie even before we get a Family Guy movie right now, man. Like, you know, some of these franchises have you know, fallen off over time, and I feel like they need that comeback. We're in that era right now, and Mr. Fresh has quite a few records that would be a part of, you know, a lot of those. But yeah, that's that one, man. Choose Me is the second record. Give your thoughts on this one right here. Appreciate that. He said, I definitely see the song structure similarity. As Jenny said.
Yeah, choose me, baby. I'm Mr. Fresh, yeah. Choose me, baby. I'm the best, yeah. Choose me, baby. I'm Mr. Fresh, yeah. Choose me, baby. I'm the best, yeah. You got the right one, baby. Yeah, you got the type one, baby. Yeah, let Mr. Fresh open it. Yeah, you know Mr. Fresh open it. Yeah. Mr. Fresh get you screaming. Neighbors think that you messing with a demon. Yeah, but you're not. It's just me when I be in a spot. Yeah, you soaking when I'm poking. Yeah, Fresh joking, no joking. Yeah, riddles, it's the kiddles. Yeah, just like tricks, I'm in the middle. Yeah, I'm in there like swimwear. Left a stamp, you know I've been there. And it's evident I'm Clint without the lint. The president, yeah.
Let me get rock.
Choose me, yeah. Choose me,
yeah. Can you just
choose me?
I think I can.
Choose me, yeah. Choose me, yeah. Choose me, baby. I'm Mr. Fresh, yeah. Choose me, baby. I'm the best, yeah. Choose me, baby. I'm Mr. Fresh, yeah. Choose me, baby. I'm the best, yeah.
You gotta choose me. I don't know what she doing, but she be like, hey dog, how big your shoes be? Sometimes I wanna be able to say, figure whether she was stupid as hell like Lucy. I don't know what to do, but you know she juicy. Like every time I be looking up at her booty, I wanna be able to rub it while in the movie. But I gotta change it. People also like, there's no freaking way that I wanna freaking say that there's a lot of time when you sleep and you gotta wake up. But freaking I'm looking at her when she put it on her makeup, and I always be asking, freaking the hack back that. Nah, big salute, man. That one right there. That one right there. Y'all know what we say when we talk about this one. 2 minutes and 48 seconds, of course. But there's a great vibe within, you know, this one, right? Again, this guy right here, right? I don't consider these necessarily like straight R&B, right? And I feel like that's why there's a uniqueness, you know, to them, because they're somewhere right in the middle, right? It's that like some things are, you know, it feels like the fellas like for the ladies, right? And like you play it for them to get into the mood or whatnot. But he has records that, you know, if they're in this specific lane, it's in a like when we are feeling that shorty, you know what I'm saying, that baddie, that whatever, we get to approach them, we think they look cute or whatever, and like whether they're at a party, a coffee shop, whatever it might be, it's the soundtrack to when they got you in your feelings, and you know you're going in there and you know maybe just having a good time, chatting it up or whatnot, you know. And I want the videos to happen already, right? We've talked about it many of times, right? This one had like 3 different concepts that we thought about over time, one of which was the speed dating, right? Since the song is talking about choose me, baby, it felt like something that would be, you know, like in speed dating, basically, the people that essentially, you know, want to find someone, right? They go to a place and it's essentially a little bit of a conversation game or whatnot. You sit across from each other, have about a minute or so of conversation. When that bell rings, everybody has to stand up and sit in the seat next to them, to which they talk to a completely different person for that amount of time or whatnot. But I thought, like, okay, so what if that's the concept? And then, you know, but immediately, you know, you already know, like, you know, first conversation in that you feeling that person, and every other person in that, you know, in the video is just like crazy, right? They look wild, they act wild, and so you can just tell that they're both trying to get back to each other, but then they keep getting pushed, you know, to the side. And then by the end, both of them escaping at the same time or whatnot. Then there's the standard, you know, two dudes competing for, you know, the girl, you know, kind of situation. It could be that would be fairly simple to do. You wouldn't need too many people in terms of being in the video. While the last one, you know, you definitely need a group of people and everyone that's gonna be, you know, the kind of wild ones. And then there was one of our community members that actually had the idea of her playing a video game or many video games, and he would be characters trying to get her to choose him to play for her or to, you know, to fight for her, or whatever it might be. And I felt like that would be a kind of fun concept if they could use certain licensed games, right? Which that would probably be the hardest thing to come by. It really depends. We got to see like what and who would, you know, allow things to, you know, be utilized or whatnot, whether it be like Nintendo with a Mario Kart type of situation, Capcom with Street Fighter, and you know, NetherRealms with Mortal Kombat. Like, you know, I feel like there could be something fun there as well. Then there's Pokemon, if you want to go even younger or whatnot.
I dare you, Pikachu! Pika?
Let me stop. Let me stop in there. Let me hit What At The Feline real quick, and then I think we got another 2 songs from Mr. Fresh as well. So after this, we will throw that in. But yeah, this record has always had a great vibe. Also, that same during a date or ending credits, sort of like pulling up freaking movie or whatnot. I need that. Make sure I get the MP3, by the way, of all the classics, you know, Mr. Fresh. I think that's the one thing that you haven't necessarily sent to the show yet. I've gotten the YouTube, the SoundClouds, and like rarely you send me the Spotify, but I pretty much, you know, have gotten the other 2, and those you know, tend to go on the playlist. But the reason why you want to also get me the MP3 versions is because in moments when we are talking about many artists on the show, there are times where like I do want to show people the example of what you guys sound like, and I want to be able to bring those you know up easily. Often I try to pull from my favorite songs from you, and so we do need those. This is
listening to the sounds of Mad Genie, yo. If you're holding on to hate,
the spiritual war.
Go give praise to God. Let your love show. His words of salvation are all we need to know. Let the living water flow and nourish the mind. I pray every day for the sake of mankind. All this propaganda spreading hate and lies, false teachings, false prophets, demons in disguise. All that we endure brings tears to my eyes. Jesus, give me strength, help me to be wise. They persecute our faith. I ask the question why. It's hard being faithful, but I'll do it to the day I die.
That's what's up.
On my side, I try to do what's right. I pray to join together in the spiritual fight. We succumb to our fate, but it's never too late. God, come into our hearts, let us do something great. A lyrical missionary here to spread the news. A meaningful life is what you have to lose. Jesus loves us all and he gives us time to choose. Ask to be forgiven, he already paid your dues. I trust in the Lord in all that I do. If you want to walk a different path, that is up to you. I know in my heart that I am happy and free, and God has placed me right where I need to be. It's a spiritual war. It's a spiritual war.
I don't know about that part right there.
I'm doing my best to be faithful through the mess. The wicked ones lie, but they never confess. I'm seeing all the signs and the writing on the wall. I pray to you, oh Lord, please guide me through it all. They are twisting the truth and they're killing us off. I give it my all and I pray for my ox. I'm on the mountaintop with my staff and my rod. It's time we stand tall, give glory to God. Holy Spirit, lead us in the spiritual war. I'm fending off the demons, but they're hungry for more. Be my shining light, guide me through the night. Help me do what's right, cause they're knocking at my door. I have no fear as I enter the zone. Guided by faith, so I know I'm not alone. Jesus on my side, wherever I go. If they put me to death, then I know I'm headed home. We carry the weight of a world full of pain, fighting for the righteous and the innocent slain. I won't stop believing, better days will come. It was promised by God and his one begotten Son. I pray every day and night until the war is won. We will be victorious when it's said and done. We try to save the souls living in the dark, awakened by the trumpet. It's time to embark on a journey through space and absent of time. Our spirit soars high at the drop of a dime. So open your heart and clear your mind. Now send it to the heavens or leave it all behind.
I think you need a different artist on the chorus.
It's a spiritual war.
Not me, I'm not. You're changing the tone. Like, listen, dog, when it's further, you can take it home. And sometimes speaking, I'm making the tone, making the tone. What y'all think about that? Here's what I'll say. I do feel like the very specific style utilized on this record does feel a little bit dated to a certain extent. Chorus, I guess it grows on you a little bit, but I still want a different artist to actually sing it. Like, I want it to be an actual singer. I don't necessarily feel like you're that, but you know, like a lot of times we do have the many ideas of like how we, you know, should approach our records. We don't have access to a lot of people at the moment, and so we'll do a lot of things ourselves. But like, collabing is the best thing that you guys could do, because even if you wrote it yourself, having someone else sing what you wrote is still a flex. Always remember that, okay? Having somebody else sing or rap what you wrote is a flex, right? Because, you know, they're the vessel that maybe can deliver it a little bit better. You still were the inspiration, and you know, to the extent like the lyrics and you know, stuff like that. But I feel like you can come at this better, like, you know, energy wise. It just kind of felt like it felt like you were sitting there kind of just saying the rap, you know, as opposed to like really feeling it, getting in there with a certain level of conviction and stuff like that, right? Especially if you're trying to bring people to the word. You know, like the more you feel it, the more people believe you, as opposed to you just, you know, like I said, just really getting in there and saying it. I also think that, you know, there's probably a better beat for what you're trying to do as well. You know, keep it up for sure, and you know, write every day. Test yourself on different beats. Sometimes test the same, you know, lyrics on a few beats or whatnot. You know, again, the challenge idea works for everything. If you literally want someone to make a new beat around your vocals and see like what they would do, how they could, you know, potentially elevate what you have, like, you know, it couldn't hurt. And you can see a few different, you know, a few different ways to attack your record, you know what I mean? But not bad, man. Not bad for sure. Let me see what we got. And I appreciate your patience as well. Hold on, we got that other 2 song from Mr. Fresh coming on new.
I just need you to. Can you please just go? We only beat us so.
It's a think about harmony when you do anything melodic. Sometimes think about that other tone that you can do too. Because I feel there could be a slight other tone in there as well that could be utilized. It's a spiritual war. But like, that could be a few layers from like other background singers as well, like singing with you, right? See, that's the other thing as well. You could still be in there, but then having a different type of singer, you know, be the main one and on there, and then you're the background, because I did like the effects that you had in there, and it kind of worked in a certain way. Okay, let me see what we got. First of 2, yo way, always excited to see this one because shouts to Burger King, man. The only time this one is like, if Burger King becomes irrelevant or gets canceled, then this song no, I still think this song could get played, man. Shoot, I always contemplate giving the review on this one before I play it. We're just playing it first, right? We'll start off with, you know, this record pairs nice with Burger King. That's it. We'll just start it like that. Imagine the music video taking place at a Burger King.
You can have it your way, yeah, like BK. You can have it your way, yeah, like BK. You can have it your way, yeah, like BK. You can have it your way, yeah, like BK. Fast food joint, Mr. Fresh on point. You can
definitely still needing.
Yeah, like BK. You can have it your way. Yeah, like BK. You can have it your way. Yeah, like BK.
You could have it your way. You could have it your way. You could have it throwaway. You could have it throwaway. Like BK. Like BK. I was thinking of Nate. So this one, I feel like we're just giving an autobiography here. This one shot up to being like my #1 favorite for like an extremely, long time or whatnot. Again, I get excited when this one comes in because melody is cool. Again, he made the production that was dope. But when I hear it, even though there are just a few parts where he really gets into, again, you can have it your way, like BK. And then like when he starts off that first verse with, what I'm saying, it's a fast food joint, like it automatically put me in the man, like, okay, so either he or she works at Burger King and like she's a baddie, and either she pulls through the drive-thru or inside, or he pulls through the drive-thru or inside, and essentially is just performing and doing his song to her while she just looking. I've always looked at it as something that, like, man, like when you do something and cater it to a certain brand, in a certain way, like it's a win-win if you can market it, in the right way, as well as get the company to sort of like buy into it, right? So I've always thought they should sponsor the music video, or if he was able to get the song into a Burger King commercial or something like that, letting him potentially even do the music video at a Burger King, like that's one way to sort of like sponsor it, and then catering a like limited time kind of menu items, with that aspect or whatnot. I said, look, perfect time is around like February, and it's a little bit closer to Valentine's, like from the 1st up to like February like 14, or just the entire month of February, right? Have a very specific combo that is that again comes with all gourmet items, just things that are decent, are dope, and for two, right? That way it makes sense. Like if you're gonna get it, it comes with things for two, so that it makes more sense. So I definitely play around with the ideas, so you guys really appreciate it. Yeah, no doubt. And as I said, thank you for stopping by, chilling, hanging with us, and having patience and more. But yeah, this again, it's Yo Way by Mr. Fresh. We still absolutely want that video, and I've so many times I wanted to just like figure out like who to talk to see what they think, and let them know like, hey man, there's an artist who made a dope song I feel like could couple nicely with your brand. Time and time again, there's been someone who said the song makes them want Burger King, and it at least reminds them about it. Once again, it goes without saying that most brands, that they wish that especially if they're a bigger artist, right, like they wish that those artists would simply make a song or a video, or co-sign something that really caters to what they do, because that does put more money in their pocket than if they promote it, right? Like vice versa. Usually usually it's a beforehand sort of thing, but he made the record. He made the record already, you know, put it out without even the intention of doing that. Just thought about the slogan of, you know, what Burger King had, but I felt it was you know, perfect. And this next song, right? His next song, produced by Jay Nandros. He's a producer who has come to our show time and time again. This was one of the, not one of the first records that I heard that wasn't produced by Mr. Fresh, but it was the first one that was produced by someone that, you know, we had known from the community before he came. So give y'all thoughts on which out of the two y'all would rather have.
If you know me, you know me, you owe me, you owe me, baby, baby, show me, show me. If you know me, you know me, you owe me, you owe me, baby, baby, show me, show me. You know me, you know me, you owe me, you owe me, baby, baby, show me, show me. You know me, you know me, you owe me, you owe me, baby, baby, show me, show me. Yeah. If you know me, you owe me, yeah. Baby, you got to show me, yeah. Like we from the show me state. When you blow, you show us great. Yeah. You treat me like a steak. Yeah. You put me on a plate. Yeah. You say your grace first before you taste first. Yeah. I'm here to quench your thirst. Yeah. I'm here to bless, not curse. Yeah. So good, make you reach in your purse and give me everything I'm worth. Yeah. Now you broke, girl, cause Mr. Fresh was dope, girl. Now you broke, girl, cause Mr. Fresh was dope. If you you owe me, you owe me, baby, baby, show me, show me. If you know me, you know me, you owe me, you owe me, baby, baby, show me, show me. You know me, you know me, you owe me, you owe me, baby, baby, show me, show me. You know me, you know me, you owe me, you owe me, baby, baby, show me, show me. Baby, baby, show me, show me. Baby, baby, show me, show me.
Love that one right there. Hold on. Come by, come wait. Becky, where with my crew? For this one, once again, you owe me. It's refresh. I loved it because it did have a different kind of level of quality to it, right? It was something. It was one of the more newer records, right? No, my grammar is a little bit off, but it was one of the newer records that he had done. Also, technically in secret, right? Because there was a few of these that he had, you know, done that were produced by Jay Nandros that I had no idea that he was working on. Up till that point, it felt like he was sending like throwbacks and things that he had done, you know, a few years, you know, beyond maybe you know, just like months and stuff like that. So we had been hearing you know, ones that he had been released, and then this was something that was a little bit more new and different, you know, production, like I said, from somebody else that would send to the show. So that was always dope, and it made it feel like it could be for his official album. If most things that may still need work in certain areas when it comes to maybe like, you know, the mix, or have a slight lower quality in like, you know, beat or whatever it might be, if those are still more better for like a mixtape, then something like this would be the official album, the one that you'd hear in stores, that would be on vinyl, you know, the most professional videos, right? So this one, I always thought it would be in Miami, you know, him and you know, the girl, or, you know, more people, but just them two being, you know, the focus of it, and them just having fun kind of like on the beach in that way. But yeah, I still, you'll hear, the more that you hear of Mr. Fresh, you know, I think a lot of you guys will feel, you know, like me, where it's like, man, where are the visuals at, you know, what are the live performances, you know, gonna be like, and potentially can we get more record, you know, because, you know, we'll get to see the tastes. We'll get to see the taste of what, you know, he can do. But imagine like a female, you know, R&B singer or something like that on that, you know, telling you what she finna show you and all that, right? Like that's what I'm still waiting on to hear. And then what do you say? You know what I'm saying? I'm out. Appreciate the feedback. Hey, no doubt, man. Always good to see you, man. You know what I'm saying? We will be back. We will be back tomorrow when we roll out tonight. But yeah, good job. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, I said hold on, we gonna get right back up in the field. I don't know what to do, but girl, you so hot. Girl, you so hot. Girl, you so hot. Let me stop. What do we have? What do we have? Aggressive with ease called real. I believe so. Let me see. Where are you? Where are you? So yeah, make sure y'all follow Clinton Tops, aka Mr. Fresh, on all platforms. Primarily the records that he did send though. Few of them were on YouTube. Few of them were on SoundCloud. Uh-oh, hold on. Why did I do that? Everybody. See that harmonization there?
Tell me, do you believe in love? Cause I haven't found it in a while. Like I'm trapped inside myself and I can't get out. Tell me, have you seen love? Cause I haven't seen it in a while. Got all of my scars and pain. I just put on a smile. I bottle everything inside so they don't see what I seen.
I'm pretty sure.
When I was broken, they ain't believe in my dreams. I was alone through all that struggle, they ain't come to save me. God came to save me through the fire before I started to retreat. If God is your friend, how you post-hate your enemies? My brother lost his life to the gun, guess it was meant to be. His dreams are crushed, I'm slowly giving up. Is this the end? I'm out of luck, yeah, I can only trust my gut. 4 kids were inside the building when they shot up the house. Feel like a miracle because they survived somehow. They say it's love, but I think it's God. Say it's a miracle, I think it's not. I've been so lost in my brain, feel like I'm stuck in this facade. Couldn't sleep at night, all I could hear was all them cars. I'm in my bed tripping, I've been trying to figure out, is God real? Is God here? Cause I'm not here. Shout out my brother for being there, and shout out God for being there. Remember all those times I was so feared, thank God that I made it here. I was broken, I was hopeless, didn't have a home to run to. I remember when they doubted me like violent, like so cool. They ain't need to lit my flames, standing 10 toes even if I strain. They couldn't take me out with all the rain, they couldn't take me out with all the pain. They been hating on the youngin', it's such a shame. This rap game is hard to maintain. Throw away the money, throw away the fame. Hop on the beat and I go insane. Solo in my room trying to figure out. I just started making music, I've been living in a drought. I'm just trying to fix my life, just trying to figure out, is God real? Is God real? I keep trying hard. I keep trying hard, but in the end, I just lose myself. I just lose myself. But I keep trying hard. But I keep trying
It's the end of the story. I just hope that you heard me.
I like that. Ballets reclaimed. I appreciate the melodies and essentially, you know what I'm saying, what you're doing. We would consider this a life music record, right? Music about that pain, that struggle, those who you've lost. Like, it's exactly what we talk about when we literally say the phrase life music. You know, it's a record that we'll just talk about life music in general. Hold on. So with live music, right, the artist just really has to be real, right? And the production always inspires that kind of content from the artist. It'll have, you know, just kind of a serious, you know, either R&B or a depressing, you know, kind of vibe or whatnot. Either accompanied by an acoustic, you know, kind of affair, or something with a piano, and like there's no way around like really just being real and going in there about, like, you know, something a little bit more emotional in that way. And I appreciate that, you know, we do have kind of a different generation these days. Before, the only, you know, if it was in, I guess it was mainly like R&B when it came to melodic, you know, artists and records, you know, in the past. And when you're singing like that, like it would have to be, you know what I'm saying, about a girl and stuff. These days you can, you know, sing very R&B centric, but make it about life, like I said, those you've lost, and you know, as long as you really just spill that pain. There was a piece of criticism that I did have. I was trying to
I'm trapped inside myself and I can't get out. Have you seen love? Cause I haven't seen it in a while.
I think it was mainly just like wanting the song to come up a little bit more, right? Cause it did. Every time I'm playing the record on a certain platform, right? If it's YouTube, if it's Spotify, again, you have your volume, you have your master volume at whatever it might be. Some platforms may turn the record down, like, you know, tremendously lower if it's, you know, really not done right. But if listeners ever have that, like, that want to turn it up way more, then they go to the volume knob, but it's already at 100%. Like, that's a telltale sign, you know, right there, because people should just be able to listen to a record, especially if it's on the same playlist with other bigger records. That's your ultimate test right there. Put it on a playlist with some of the other big records, and, you know, kind of just go ham, you know what I'm saying, from that. Because if it goes on a playlist, let's say there's a party, right, and they have their own playlist, but they also told y'all that you guys can suggest songs for the playlist as well. And so if it's just gonna automatically shuffle and go through things, every record that comes through that, you know, needs to be proper, otherwise it kind of messes up the vibe. So definitely just make sure that you get that one at a proper level. But yeah, man, a little video might work as well, depending on what you do. I don't lose my head. All right, we have at the show. It's at the show with Green Waves. Green Waves. I got the thing, and you got the thing, and I got the thing. You got the thing and I got the thing and you got the rap and I've got the sing. I know that when I come through and I get married with your chick, you know what, I have got the ring. But then I don't know why, but I'm a freaking dude and I big and tell you what I want in the sky. I don't know what the hell is happening. Pride freaking all of the people freaking be like, what the hell happened? You cry whenever you try to fall. A lot of times I try to get out of y'all. The price is all the guy get it tried to fall. The price is all but guy get it died with y'all. The price is all the you know what I'm saying? I was looking at the green waves. I don't even know what the king says. What? You got to figure it out though. Freaking there's a lot of time where your outro can come through. Freaking a lot of time when I know the pajamas. There was a time to both outro. You made it. Up. You made it up, you made it up, you made it up. You played the stuff and ate it, suck and ate it, smoke and made it up, and ate it up. No doubt. Well, you wanna do it on Halloween or the day before? I suppose you could do it the day before, and then we can either record it or make it its own stream, and then like I'll restart it. That way it can be like some isolated thing. There's a lot of time when you don't know what the heck you about to do, but you're freaking, I don't know what you control, but you can tell me that you control the whole thing. You know what, I'm a freaking dude that'll tell you I got a cool controller. You can tell me that I don't even know what the hell I'ma do, but I'm hopping in the pool cause he told me that I know that the homie don't know what to do, but I wanted to fight him and then randomly they hold me back. I don't know how I put that. There's a lot of time where you don't know what the heck you do, but what do y'all think? I don't even know what to think about that yet. Like, part of me feels like it would be something maybe decent for like a video game, right? That's where my mind hits it first, right? Artist wise, like nobody very specifically came to mind, but there is a band. There is potentially a band out there with a lead singer that would probably have a unique take, you know, on this beat or whatnot. Someone that could, you know, sing slowly, you know what I'm saying, something like that. But I'm curious on what you specifically think, right? Do you like when you make a beat like this, right? Does it feel like something, you know, for a rapper, for a singer? Is it more hardcore? Is it more of a club kind of record? Like, what do you hear in your head? And you know what I'm saying, you created it on Music Maker Jam, which I haven't experimented with, so I have no idea what it is. But what I will say is this, right? Ultimately, if it were me, right, like I would probably stay away from, like, if I'm making beats with apps or programs that kind of already have like certain sequences and sounds in them, you know, you will run into an aspect of like, how much of the beat did you really make, right? In the same way where like people kind of criticize AI with, you know, even though it will do something, you know, random in terms of, you know, maybe the melodies and stuff like that, but it'll be, you know, decent. It'll be less impressive because you didn't think of that melody. In this aspect, you know, if what we're hearing was already in there and you just picked one aspect of what they had, dropped that in from the drums, dropped the sequence of the sound, all that, right? If everything we're hearing was already there intact, and then you just dragged and dropped the certain sections in to create, you know, that, and then, you know, tried to sequence it as you know, a beat, again, it's not as impressive. We want to hear your melodies, like whatever. If it lets you add your own melodies, like that's what we would love to hear. I think I don't have a problem with sort of, you know, at least the drums to a certain extent. Those can be a made, you know, sequence. But when it comes to like the sounds and different things like that, I do feel like unless it's a sample, you know, if you want us to be impressed, if you want us to be like, oh man, like you made that, right? Like a little bit more flair in there. Trust yourself. Use different programs and concurrent with each other as well, right? Because there are different things that you can do. Even for those of you on, you know, who use Splice, like it would pay you to try to figure out how to make something yours a little bit more. If there's any kind of sequence there, right? Switching that up, giving people an extra little bit of flavor. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm floating in the air, drifting all alone in the zone and I don't care. Please leave me alone, everybody leave me there, 'cause I'm high.
All right, it's the month of Dorktober right now. Cinematic. Put this in. You go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9. You gotta count. I don't know what I'm doing, but freaking there's a lot of things that freaking happen that made you open your mouth. Like, let's see, that freaking saw like ghosts running your house.
I don't care who you are, I'll bury your entire clique. The silence in the room when the clock is going tick. You wanna talk about the crown, I melt the gold for a chain. Hang you high from your neck, let you choke and say, fuck all your idols and fuck all the fame.
What up, Gutta?
Every rapper is my prey when they step into my lane. I'm spitting venom that's so raw, it's corroding through the beat. The skeletons inside my closet tell a story you can read. They whisper in my name, but don't really want the war. 'Cause my pen is like a blade, I'll be coming through your door. I'm the ghost inside the wires, I'm the curse inside the pen. And when I'm done with this verse, no one's left in the end. Every empire that they build, I collapse it with a laugh. Turning kings into peasants just for crossing my path. No respect, there's no love, just a great that's got a view. If you breathe and then your food, yeah, that's all that you can do. You are done, this is the end. Better run, hear you breathing, here I come. There's no defense, you are mine, there's no leaving. Better bow to the reaper, hear the choir when I speak. Every step I take, it drags all the blood through the street. I'm the shadow in the silence, terror carved into your name. I don't battle with you mortals, I just set them all in flames. Chains rattle in the dark, hear the echo of fear. Every crown that they build falls the moment I am near. No savior, no mercy, only death in my path. When I rise from the smoke, the whole world will feel my wrath. Fuck your clique, fuck your label, fuck your weak ass plans. Fuck your ghostwriters, fuck your streams, and fuck all your fans. Fuck the blocks, fuck the hype, fuck the bullshit charts. I tear careers at the frame, man, I always leave a mark. Fuck your fake flexing, fuck your chains and your whips. I'm the reason that your ego's sinking faster than a ship. Fuck your merch, fuck your tour, fuck your watered down sound. I'm the crack in the crown when it all hits the ground. Fuck your gimmicks, fuck your vibe, fuck your dead ass crew. Ain't a damn one of you safe, I'm a curse that's coming through. Fuck your playlist, fuck your spins, fuck your radio deals. I'm the silence in the buzz that reminds you what is real. I don't battle my peers, I just erase every name. All your idols are my victims and you'll die just the same. When the reaper's at the door, don't be begging for his grace. I will laugh while I'm pissing on your tombstone and face. You are done, this is the end. Better run, hear you breathing, here I come. There's no defense, you are mine, there's no leaving. Better bow to the reaper, hear the choir when I speak. Every step I take, it drags all the blood through the street. I'm the shadow in the silence, terror carved into your name. I don't battle with you mortals, I just set them all in flames. Chains rattle in the dark, hear the echo of fear. Every crown that they build falls the moment I am near. No savior, no mercy.
mercy, only death in my path. When I rise from the smoke, the whole world will feel my wrath. You are done, this is the end. Better run, hear you breathing. Here I come, there's no defense. You are mine, there's no leaving. You are done, this is the end. Better run, hear you breathing. Here I come, there's no defense. You are mine, there's no leaving. Better bow to the reaper, hear the choir when I speak. Every step I take, it drags all the blood through the street. I'm the shadow in the silence, terror carved into your name. I don't battle with you mortals, I just set them all in flames. Chains rattle in the dark, hear the echo of fear. Every crown that they build falls the moment I am near. No savior, no mercy, only death in my path. When I rise from the smoke, the whole world will feel my wrath. This is the end, better run. No one, there's no leaving.
Yeah. First of all, I appreciate, you know, what you do, right? Because he has a very distinctive, you know, style. You know, a lot of his records feel like anthems because of, you know, what he does to, you know, and not necessarily what he does to his vocals, but the layers that he adds, you know, allows it to really, you know, feel, you know, anthem centric. He's one of the few artists that I accept. Like, I don't get annoyed that you do it with you know, basically every record. But there are others who I would with, you know, and I'm always, you know, like, not everything needs, you know, that. And also their layers are just like the same one vocal, right? You know exactly basically how to you figured it out. You figured it out how to do the harmonization that needs to be there without necessarily making the harmonization like a melodic thing, right? And it just works. It works in tandem of every song that you do. But I also feel like, you know, because of that, it does give it the cinematic feel right along with the beats that you rap to. And then that puts the pressure on, you know, the videos needing to be like just top notch. Like the moment, you know, I've said it countless times, the moment that you link up with the right directors that can bring every one of your songs to life in the way that I see it, right? And that I don't want it to just be the way that I see it, right? But let's just say the way that you see it, right? And hopefully you see it like I see it, because, you know, it's very cinematic. I see like that 60 frames per second slow-mo, you know, on things, great quality, you know, potentially people involved, you know, decent environments. There are ways to sort of like get there. My mind does not really want, you know, like we're in a different time frame, so like AI is getting used a little bit more, and my mind doesn't necessarily want that, because I still relish in practical, and like you going to a location and then filming a video there, and then us being like, yo, that's a dope location, where'd you film, you know what I'm saying? And then being able to go there, and if we're in the area, oh man, this is where they did that, you know what I mean? And if anything is AI, it will take away from, you know, those aspects. Yes, we will see some kind of visuals, but, you know, there's that aspect of even if, let's say you're not in the video and it's just visuals itself, because I've seen all types of AI. If you're not in it, you know, it'll feel like stock footage, or, you know, there's an aspect of like if things were for real shot by the person, and then that was, you know, just edited in a perfect way. You know, there's an artistry to that. There's an artistry to someone finding the right visuals, cutting it in the perfect way, and making it feel natural and whatnot, right? Like, I'm always amazed when I see different elements. Like, okay, here's an element where the artist is rapping 1-to-1 to the beat, and then, you know, the next seconds maybe is doing a slow-mo, and then it goes really fast towards that person, or, you know, something. It's just those different elements do amaze, just because you don't know how hard it is to create those. And this is all before, you know, AI really had became a thing, you know, over time. So I still want to see videos as best as possible, just like real elements, man. There are some things that maybe in the background or something, like maybe there's ways to utilize something if needed, but like, I just want videos, period. That's all. I'm gonna leave it at that, man. And trust me, I know exactly what you're talking about. But the hunt for the right, you know, person hasn't been easy at all. You know what I'm saying? This shit can't be just the same old thing. Well, like, and like, so one thing is a price. One thing is the price. Like, look, price everybody, right? Price everybody. Tell them what you're trying to do. Find ones that you can see their work, because that's obviously the first, you know, thing. And then you know, hit them up and, like, you know, just price them. As long as you know the price, you can eventually work around things, right? Because then you can be like, all right, well, let me put together a Patreon and see if, you know, my fans are willing to you know, donate to help me, you know, basically make this happen. Like, those are what people can't wait. People can't wait to support their artists in the realest way, right? And especially if we continue to get the word out more of you know, just how crappy we're really paid via the streaming platforms. Like, there are ways that they've been looking to, you know, do that. Even with merch, right? Merch is a great way to support, you know, artists. But depending on how much that merch costs to make, and then when you're getting it via certain things, right, there it gets taken down, you know, a certain percentage, and then there's taxes and all that, right? So you know, we always have to find very creative ways to do things and, you know, make it proper. But yeah, man, keep doing your freaking thing. It's very Halloween centric as well, perfect for the month. Definitely gotta you know, play that again. What was the song that was supposed to be like the cipher that you were also gonna do or whatnot? You might have already finished that one or whatnot, but I was trying to remember. I remember you had put in the chat one time the Halloween cipher that you were working on. I was trying to remember what the name of that beat was, but it definitely felt like it might have been on that. And never ever letting you go. There you go. And never ever letting you go. And never ever letting you go. And never ever letting you go.
Let this settle down. I'm feeling hella grounded. Get out of town. It like merry-go-round. 200 pounds on my lap. Yeah, that ass goes clap like the people in the sermon. Worshiping the earth and dirt. And what you know about the struggle with you inside of the bubble. When there's trouble in your huddle, but you right out in the rubble. I got a couple pussies I attract. Pretty women want it back. Baby think I'm funny, put the shit inside your mouth when you let.
Yeah, I'm freaking with it though. I'm freaking with it though.
I never let you go. I never let you go.
And never ever let you go.
Yeah, I'm sharing my flows. Yeah, I'm showing these hoes.
What up, Caster?
And never ever letting you go.
I'll never let you go.
sexing that little pretty girl, I heard that. Yeah, she made me splat that. Yeah, I know her ass fat. Yeah, I know my racks fat. Yeah, I know she got racks. That got all the tat-tats. Day after day, 2 to the KR. Feeling like project, I'm feeling like prayer. 3 to the 6 to the 6 to the fire. I got the components, I got the desire. I'm feeling my fire. My plan is like take off this bitch, it's not human. I'm on it and shake off. She moving and grooving. It sounds like resuming the music. You feel me? I'm feeling like human. These colors they feel me with, babies they crying. Look to my right and these babies they dying. I got in the system, got in the lines. Now I'm plotting for schools up with Jesus, I'm dying. Yeah, I'm feeling divine. Feeling divine. I never let you go. I never let you go. And I never ever let you go. Yeah, I'm sharing my flows. Yeah, I'm showing these hoes. And I'm never ever letting you go. I'll never let you go. I'll never let you go.
Never gonna freaking let you. Then I let it time when you get it all. Brother, someone doesn't wet you. If I let it time when the people freaking don't ever like regret you. And I let it freaking time when you do freaking things that never sweat you. I don't even really know where to go. Freaking just a lot of time when I flow to the freaking thing and I rhyme with the bow with the blow. And I'm never ready letting you go.
There's only certain people who can rap to like the beats where there's consistent things sort of like happening, right? Like a word or something like that. And certain people will get annoyed with things, but I think, you know, if you do things right, you'll be fine, right? I liked the way that, you know, you rapped on here. It was freaking cool, nothing freaking too crazy, and I do feel like there's still a little bit of a mix issue. Like there are ways to perfect something like this. That's all that really needs to happen. But for a mixtape would be fine. For an album, it definitely needs that extra touch. So whatever you can do. Kester, were you sending? I don't know if you switched which one you wanted to play or something. I'm gonna treat it like you did. So I'll play the second one. Had to be said. We'll let this one roll us out. We'll let this one roll us out for the night.
What it be saying on this kind of shit? Fucking the pussy, I'm told the steps gon' play out and see for I'm wearing my taking the trippers, I'm flicking the ice on my neck. Yo, whoa, moving the sun, speeding, moving slow. When you girl out of weather, I'm dripping in polo. She feeling new, she suck if I say so. I don't give a niggas if they wanna follow me. Yo, follow cause I got the girl on my feet. Guacamole when I got that green. You at the bitch like I got laser beams. Get the ground like I'm getting that cheese. Fuck the bitch cause you fucking with me. Butter up like I get out next meal. Not shaking no hands unless we be making good deals.
Crash out, niggas finna crash out. I'ma start a ride, turn this bitch into a madhouse. Blowing gas, hit the blunt, nigga never tap out. Never been a fuck, nigga, you should watch your damn mouth. Damn. In the scope on his hard as a beast. Killing niggas ain't hard as it seems. If he king, I'ma fuck on his queen. She wanted it special, I made it supreme. The fuck is you saying? Is you dumb? It ain't making sense, so you thought you could win. Keep it G, you ain't gotta pretend. Make a nigga pipe down at the 50%. Drop the beat, but I'm still gonna crack. Why the pussy taste better on snap? The roll with a Glock on my lap. If a nigga wanna try, know is that all the max trap?
Come on, man. Why you be just ending stuff right there? I wanted to hear more. I wanted to hear more. Wanted to put the whole talk in the earlobe. Like, again. It's part of my brain. Part of my brain will always never comprehend like how some of you guys, it's not a everybody freaking thing. It's a some of you guys are comfortable. It's that simple. It's like, how are you comfortable only hitting up a certain, you know, amount of the beat? For me, like, hell no, I would have definitely got on there and you know, wanted to do a lot more, man. There's a lot of energy in there because again, you're able to spend more time with the crowd, the listener, whatever it might be. Let's think about those situations where it's not the
it's not just the, you know, the record itself, right? If you're thinking only those who are listening on a certain platform and you like want them to basically put your thing on repeat or you know, play that one thing again, you are forgetting live performances and radio and all that good stuff, right? There's definitely going to be way more that, like, you know, can happen. Short form content, 100%, it's fine. Like, it never changes with me. If I like a record, I'm always going to want it to be, you know, longer. And so sometimes I think you guys maybe sending things as if they're potentially for open verses. Maybe not, but it's only 1 minute and 18 seconds. I still love your beat selection. And again, if you're ever basically, you know, still looking for even another verse on something, like, send something, man. You know what I'm saying? Send about way. You know, if I feel obliged, I may think about it. Man. You know what I'm saying? But I would rather not see something just like end abruptly and that's it. Is that short and sweet, man? You know what I'm saying? No. My nose is freaking leaking like a mofo. All right. Yeah, I downloaded the Cypher beat cinematic, so I'm gonna retake a listen to that when I get off and stuff. All right, man. Thank y'all for, of course, you know, stopping by. We'll be by, and hopefully I'm gonna see if I can stream in the morning. If I don't, I'm gonna, you know what I'm saying, get rest. You'll see me somewhere in between like 4:20 p.m. and like maybe 6 p.m. my time, PDT. Other than that,
Bro, it's 2 in the morning, fell asleep and I'm yawning, waking up on the lawn, I'm seeing blue and orange. People follow me to school and copy me until I stopped and put my music on. I'm just crawling like a zombie, gnawing on a Nazi, probably in his uniform. Born identity, homie, you've been warned. My brain is so